Position of fullback come halfback 5'8". Nick Harvey is one front rower, and Ewan Badham is going to be in number 20. That's because the number 8 jersey doesn't fit him, Foxy. I got that from the horse's mouth. And Jaden Kennedy and Apo Gonabody are the second rowers, and Jordan Hull is the lock forward, number 13. The subs, number 14, Daniel James. Sioli Kalui is 15. Yoyan Badham is one reserve in number 19, and I believe Jack LeBrock is going to be the other reserve, but we'll see that very shortly. Foxy, I did mention it very quickly, and Greta have got 3 games to make up. The season is not going to be any longer. They're going to have to do that midweek, and along with Muswellbrook and Aberdeen have got 2 to make up, and the other, Scone, Singo and Denman have got 1 to make up from that whole round that was called off. I do see Greta have come out in different jumpers. Not Reggie, I keep calling you Reggie. Foxy, they've come out in different jumpers. I don't know the reason for that, but that looks pretty good. It's Heritage Round.
Heritage Round. I did see that on their socials earlier.
Yeah, thanks, Ash.
They look pretty good, actually.
They do look good. Absolutely.
Bit different, but...
How do you see these make-up games going? Because no one wants to play Wednesday nights, mate, seriously, and a lot of guys are already exhausted a lot of their annual leave, along with jobs that they've got around the area in the Upper Hunter and the Hunter Valley, Lower Hunter Valley here. It's going to be a tough ask for some of these sides, mate. Yeah,
I guess it's the cards have been dealt, though, isn't it? You really need to get these games underway. The finals fixtures have been set in stone in terms of the dates they're going to be available, and we need to get these games through so that every side has the even chance of winning games and playing games to qualify for those finals. And unfortunately, that might mean that we've got to come back on Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Thursday nights to get through. But
there's nothing worse.
Yeah, I went down and watched the reserve grade in Muswellbrook that had a replay game on the Tuesday night, and surprisingly the crowd got down there and got behind it. So I guess that's the biggest thing. If we can get the crowds to the games and support the guys and get those games of footy underway, then come finals time, it's no real big deal, is it?
How do you see this game going, Foxy?
I think Greta at home are always a bigger fish than what they are on the road, but Denman have been thereabouts with everyone they've played this year, probably other than Scone, and they've probably added, I like the additions to their forward pack with a couple of the international boys. The Badham boys have been really strong through the middle, so... and then when you look at Greta, though, that's probably their foundations, the likes of Jesse Cronin and Brady Hammond through the middle there too. So I'm really excited to see that match up, and I think ultimately that probably decides the fixture of the game. Yeah,
Tyler Carter's another one we should never forget because he is outstanding. He's just an absolute dynamo in his go forward. So, look, I've watched Denman a fair few times this year. The biggest issue is that they're giving a lot of cheap possession and some cheap turnovers in really crucial field position. So I don't think that they can afford to do that today. There's some key players missing from this side. Ned Chapman is out, Brady Benkovic's out, so they'll miss that defence up around the middle of the ruck because Braids and Ned really clean a lot of that in and around the A defender and around the mark area. They clean that area up really well with their defence, but it'll be interesting. These guys, Denman, will have to be on song. I'm very keen to see Tutai in the centres for Greta Branxton, and Daniel Smith has moved from the wing into the centres, and Smithy's had a really good season. He's been outstanding. So, and Jacob Sukanavulu, I know that he was playing winger a couple of years ago and held that spot. He's had a couple of runs in the back row. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the defence out wide today. Yeah, you touched on that match up there. Daniel Smith's been great on the wing for the Devils this year. A lot of energy and plays at a high intensity, but I think when he looks up today and he sees a former NRL player in Tautai in front of him, it's a big test for him today to test his defensive capabilities, and no doubt that's probably something Brady Hammond, quite knowledgeable man himself, is probably something that he's going to try and exploit, that change from wing to centre. Doesn't seem like much for the people at home, but it's a very, very different defensive assignment. Jordan Bull, he at lock forward, he has planted himself at first receiver a lot of the times. I really like to see Jordan, or just another forward, just really hitting that, with the 2 pass rather than Jordan dummy, and because he's off a flat start some of the times and he's getting belted. He's not making a lot of ground there, but I'd really like to see him with a second forward coming off him for a 2 pass, and it'll be interesting. And keen to see how Toby handles this 5'8" position as well. I noticed Paddy Andrews is not playing for the Greta Branxton Colts, so I don't know. I haven't heard anything whether Paddy's injured or what happened to Pat, but
I noticed
that's a big hole to fill.
Yeah, Cooper Maiden also not there, so the two halves that have probably been the foundation for Greta at the start of the season both aren't there. I'm not unsure why not, but Josh Cagney, a pretty reasonable replacement there, and Ruben Andrews did the job for him to guide him to a grand final last year in the halves. So I think that they won't miss too much, and knowing Brady Hammond, it might just reflect them to push down through the middle off 9 a little bit more today.
Denman have well, they're kicking balls off. Dave Windle is our referee. I see Liam Anderson, he hobbled off. I've seen him hobbling away. I heard that he did injure his leg or his lower leg at junior rugby league this morning, but we've got Dave Windle here, Harrison Ty on one touch judge, and Barry Nichols on the other. So Dave has stepped up, and the word is that if Dave didn't referee the game would have been called off. So there was that would have been a jolt.
Another catch-up game.
Yeah, it would have been bordering on the ridiculous. But Denman will kick off, so I'd imagine that Greta Branxton have won the toss. And they'll be running. Where are we? We're on the southern side of Greta Branxton Oval, and Denman are running right to left. So here, Denman are running to the highway. So here it is, kick-off time. Goes down to Josh Lasui. He runs straight in there, and he's about 22 metres out from his own line. It wasn't the best of kick-offs, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit ordinary kick.
Number 10 there is Jordan Mitchell, and Mitchell gets the ball and he works it out to his 30, and he's shuffled back by a stack of defenders. And let's see if Denman can keep this momentum up in terms of defence. They have to stay really solid, not give stupid, dumb piggyback penalties away. Here's Jesse Cronin. They pick him up and drive him
really
backwards.
Good
shot there by James Olds and Nick Harvey. Take him back about 5-6 metres.
Good run by Tyler Carter there, just on the back of that slower one, and get a nice momentum into the kick here.
Gets over halfway and the kick goes straight down to Ethan Fowles, and Fowles picks it up about 10 metres out from his own line. Beats one, goes through two there, and he's tackled about 22 metres out from his own line, centre field. He's Freddie takes off from dummy half. He enjoys this taking the pressure off the forwards. Foxy, I know, he the couple of times I have seen him play, he loves running into the big boys. Here's Jacob Suka. Suka runs forward and he gets over the 40. Brody Hammond over the top. Ruben Andrews, I think. Oh, no, it's Lewis Hughes, my apologies. Here's Ewan Badham, and Badham goes forward. Great tackle right on halfway. That's the way to get the big fella. He's a man mountain, Ewan Badham. Dummy half, and James Old takes off, beats one, jinks around, and he gets up over the 40s, 35 metres out. It's the last tackle. Ball goes to Toby Mallinson. I compare him to Burton for the Canterbury Dogs, because he's got a hell of a good boot on him. That's a shocking kick, and it's actually gone backwards. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Not ideal, though.
He kicked the ball at the 40, and it's bounced. They let it bounce, and it bounced back 8 metres shy of halfway. It's a Greta Branxton handover.
Yes, I know there's a bit of a slight breeze there, but definitely not the end of the set that Denman would have been after. It wasn't too bad a set to roll into Greta's half, and probably need a little bit better of a result there.
Yeah, here's Tute. Up over halfway, he can run. They didn't even get him to ground. Jay Kennedy got him. Here's big Jordan Mitchell, and Jordan Mitchell goes through and makes about 15 metres, easy yards up the middle there. 32 metres out from the Denman line, centre field. Lewis Hughes gets a ball onto Ruben Andrews, and Ruben Andrews hands it off there. I just couldn't see who got it. That was a handover. Another penalty. Toby Mallinson, they called a strip with 2-on-1 strip.
Pretty ordinary penalty to give away there.
Yeah.
They've been pretty good defensively holding the forward role of Greta, and just to give a penalty away and give them a full set in the red zone here is not what they would like to do.
No, especially when you got the likes. Jesse Cronin took that first one. Jesse Cronin and Tyler Carter, and here's Brady Hammond, turns it back inside and he's running freely. No one's up off that defensive line. They've got to meet these guys at the advantage line. Fair income. Ruben Andrews at dummy half. Ball goes out there to number 11. Tyler Carter, he's a very hard man to stop from 5-6 metres out. Gets up, plays the ball, goes to Ruben Andrews. Long pass over to Jordan Mitchell, and Jordan Mitchell runs through. Good tackle there around the legs by James Old. No, Jaden Kennedy, I should say. They might come down this short blind. Here's number 6, and it's Josh Cagney. Little chip over the top. Who received it? Ethan Fowles. I think it's going to be a line dropout.
Yeah, good pressure mountain there by Cagney. Right option. He probably could have released the ball to his edge there, and they probably had an overlap. But nonetheless, a smart option. Just build some pressure here, the Denman boys, and go again with another full set.
Look at the size of Vai Tutao.
His legs are bigger than my body, honestly.
If he gets a ball 5 out, who in the hell's stopping him?
Not you and I, that's for sure.
Oh, certainly not me, Foxy. There's Josh Cagney, receives the ball off the line, drop out, gives it on to Jordan Mitchell. Jordan Mitchell's just a man mountain, seriously. He makes ground every time he gets the ball. He's about 29 metres out from the Denman line centre field. Here's Hammond, and Hammond gets the ball. He's tackled on the 30. Sorry, on the 20. Centre field, options left and right. Dummy half goes out, gets it on to Josh Cagney. Josh Cagney, long pass out to Kane Bonham. He beats one, he comes back infield. He's only 5 metres out from the Denman line. Good cut-out pass there. Josh Cagney with the ball, onto Lasui. Lasui, he jinks, starts up and straightens up again. He's about 3 metres out from the Denman line. Ball, long pass out to Ruben Andrews. Ruben Andrews gets the ball, goes himself. They overran him there. He's still only 3 metres out. It's the last tackle, Dave Windle said. Ball goes through. Number 9 is Lewis Hughes. Puts a little chip through. It's not 6 to go. It came off a Denman leg, and he's thrown it back. Just a haymaker. Ball goes there, and Samson O'Neill picks it up. On his own 15 metre area, 10 metres, he makes 5. So they play the ball. A let-off for Denman there, Foxy.
Yeah, really good defence there. A lot of good scramble from side to side there. Really impressed with the Greta shape, though. If they keep throwing that shape at Denman, it's going to be hard to hold out. Yeah,
a couple of passes went astray there, and the Denman defence was equal to the task, but nevertheless, they held firm. Here's Daniel Smith with the ball on the second, trying an attempt for a one-on-one strip, but he gets up and plays the ball. 10 shy of halfway. Good ground so far from the Denman boys. Here's Jordan Poole. He gets the ball. He approaches halfway, but he's hitting a really good tackle there from a couple of Lasua and Brady Hammond. Ball goes left to the outside. Here's Daniel Smith. Gets the ball. Tries to get on the side of Vai Tutai, and he tackles him. He's about 39 metres out. Only a metre in from touch there. Little chip over the top from Josh Miles. It's going to stay in touch. And Ethan Fowles goes down. Who's picked it up there, Foxy?
That's the winger, Kane Bonham.
Kane Bonham gets the ball, and he's tackled 2 metres out from his own line.
Much better result there on the end of that set for Denman. It's really good, and it's probably the first time they're probably going to be able to try and mount some pressure through their defence here. They've got
to. This set of 6 has got to be real strong. Try and force an error here, or not give away a penalty. Keep the Greta Branxton boys down here. Josh Miles tackles him. 15 is on Sio Kaloi.
Yeah,
he was very
picked up an injury in that tackle.
There. Yeah, he went in to make that tackle with Josh Miles, and he came up worse the wear. So the game has stopped now, Dave Windle, and that's right on the Greta Branxton 20, about 25 metres in from touch.
One thing I've just noticed probably in the first 6 minutes of this football fixture is I think Brady Hammond and Jesse Croner have really identified James Old up in that front line, and they're trying to make him the main defender here. And obviously James, like you touched on in the pre-game there, has spent most of his career probably in the fullback or halves position, so a lot of defensive work for him is probably something that probably hasn't had to do normally. So I think Brady Hammond are going to try and really work him over and take away some of his run game when it comes to Denman having the footy.
Yeah, look, Brady Hammond, the worst thing you can do, Foxy, is let Brady Hammond get up over that advantage line. The defence has really got to be committed to moving up to that advantage line and chopping his legs out from under him, because if he gets a bit of a run up, a good head of steam, he's going to pick up the likes of Jesse Croner, and Tyler Carter is just behind them as well. And the defence here, like you said, someone's got to get right next to James, give him a hand. He'll be equal to the task, don't get me wrong, but he's only a little man, and the bigger boys, you don't want them to run over the top of him. Here's a restart now, 31 metres out, 32 metres out from the Greta Branxton line, 15 in from touch. Ball goes to that man himself we just spoke about, Hammond, the
straight at Olds.
Straight at Olds. Good tackle by Ewan Badham underneath. 40 out from their own line. Ball goes on to Cronin, and Cronin gets through 1, gets through 2, and he's up over halfway, 5 metres in fact. It's the last tackle, Dave Windle says. Ball goes out to Josh Cagney. Cagney puts a little dribble through. Fowles is going to collect the ball on his own 10 metres, goes sideways, and he's tackled there about just about 20 metres out from his own line. Bit quicker play the ball I'd like to see. Here's Samson O'Neill, and he takes the ball first receiver, and he gets up over his own 30. That's a short 5 there, Foxy, isn't it?
Yeah, old Davey just resting his knees up a little bit there, a couple of shorter ones.
That's all right. Here we go. Miles turns it back inside to Nick Harvey. Nick Harvey has had a good season too, Nick Harvey, and he's just shy of halfway, centre field. I think that's about the 4th. Here's James Olds. Olds gives the ball to Toby Mallison. Mallison goes across. He dummies one way and then he goes himself. That's the last. He's inside the Greta Branxton half. Ball goes down to James Olds. Put a little chip through. He's looking for the line. It does find it down there about, let's say, 12 out from the Greta Branxton line. So the restart will be 10 in. Do they give them the option, don't they?
Yeah, play the ball
20 in, centre field, or is that the case?
Yeah, about 20 in. Yeah, scrum line's there. So almost 10 minutes into this fixture here, and still 0-all. Bit of an arm wrestle on our hands here, and I think ultimately it's a matter of each team trying to test each other and force that first mistake in good field position. And
has Denman had the ball down inside Greta's 20?
Not really. No,
I don't think so.
They've had like one play and put a kick in, and they're probably just, in terms of the roll forward and the momentum through the middle there, they probably quite haven't matched Greta, but nonetheless, all it takes is a bit of effort here in defence, force an error, get the footy in the good parts of the field, and anything can happen.
I think referee Dave Windle needed a drink there. I think that game was stopped because of Dave. Here's the ball, here's Hammond, the captain coach says, give it to me, I'll take the first one out, and he's tackled. That's a good run. Still had 3 guys hanging off him. He still got up over his own 30. Ball goes from dummy half. It goes into, I think, is that Kane Bond?
Good shot.
Great tackle there by Ewan. Bat just shy of his own 40. There's Jordan Mitchell, and Jordan Mitchell gets the ball, and he's up there just shy of halfway, 5 in fact. Lewis Hughes at dummy half. Here's Jesse Cronin. Jesse Cronin charges through. He's got great leg speed and real power, hasn't he? Last tackle, 41 out from the Denman line. Ball goes to Ruben Andrews. Andrews puts a big bomb up here. Ethan Fowles under it, takes it beautifully. They didn't hit him as soon as he caught that ball. I think they had plenty of time to do it, but Ethan Fowles, he makes his way out to the his own 30-metre line, centre field. James Old at dummy half, slow play the ball, guy in the ruck. Here's Freddie, the winger. Joji, he's tackled, 35 out from his own line, 22 metres in from touch, and that's a penalty.
That's the relief they need.
Can't seem to find Dave Windle. Someone's back-chatted him in the air, and that was Josh Cagney. Someone give him a spray.
There's one thing these first grade boys probably haven't had to deal with, and that's Windle not accepting any bit of back chat when it comes to a penalty that he blows. And
you'd know all about that.
Yep, I have probably about 40 penalties over my career from Dave.
I think you've got the record for being penalised by Dave Windle over your whole career.
Doing what I need to do for the team to have a rest, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a good kick from Toby Mallison.
Yeah, like you touched on, he's got a great boot on him, and he's put
There's no spare balls. It's over the fence.
Yeah, he's put it on the expressway down here. It's long gone, but here we go. We spoke on that team with the first crack, I guess, so to speak, and here's Denman 20 out with their first attack and raid on the Greta line. Restart
into Jay Kennedy. Jay Kennedy runs hard, and he's about 10, 12 metres out from the Greta Branxton line. Pressure's on here. Olds at dummy half onto Jordan Bull. That's what I want to see. Bull second pass onto Badham, and Badham Ewan.
Got numbers to the right here.
Only 3 or 4 metres out. Under the post they are. Here's James Old. Short pass out to Mallison. Short pass again onto, I missed who that was. Was that Kaloi?
Yeah, he's back up and running, yep.
Back up and running. Still 2 metres out. Ball goes short to number 10, and that's Nick Harvey. And Nick Harvey was at a standing start there, but he still managed to hang on to the ball. He's still about 3 metres out. James Olds at dummy half onto Jordan Bull. Jordan Bull, long pass, and it was a shocker, but it goes to Freddie, and it dribbled across the ground, but Freddie takes it in field. He's beaten 1, he's beaten 2, he's going across field. Gee, he can go, Foxy!
What a try!
He can score under the post! Can you believe it? They didn't get near him, and they're appealing. Greta Branxton are appealing that he ran around 2 or 3.
There's a punch up here in back play.
Who did
Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin are into it.
Jesse Cronin, and I seen
that's come out of nowhere.
What the hell happened there?
I seen Tyler Carter come in there after Nick started throwing him at Jesse Cronin.
Tyler Carter threw about 2. At least 2, but I missed the original clash between Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin.
I thought it was just a little friendly get-together.
It might have just been, well,
they're exchanging Christmas cards there. Well,
this will be interesting to see how these guys handle this, the touch judges and the referee. They haven't done a lot of first-grade games this year, so it'll be very interesting to see how Harrison, I hope they had their eyes on, because There's no need for that.
I can tell you now, if our old eyes can see it from up here in the commentary booth, I'm pretty sure, hopefully, they seen it as well. And there was more than the original Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin that come in throwing hands there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyler Carter go for 10 here. He'd definitely come in and he wasn't waiting for any words to be exchanged before he
around.
Yeah.
And they can ill afford to lose him. I didn't see the original incident.
Nonetheless, it's probably taken away from a great try.
Great try. He ran across field. And look, I think there was fair room between him and the other guys. They were appealing for, I know someone was in the in goal appealing for a shepherd, but, Dave Windle's given the try. James Earle's ready to convert, but Nick Harvey's stepped up here, and Josh Miles has well. I would say Nick Harvey might find himself in the bin here.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened originally, but Dave won't muck around, I guarantee it.
No, he doesn't stand for it, old Davey.
We haven't got the referee on microphone. I'd say Dave's turned it off. Nevertheless, because it would be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to hear what's coming out of this. I'd say Nick Harvey must have said something to Jesse Cronin originally.
Well, no, Nick Harvey's going back.
Nick Harvey's back going onto the field. Jesse Cronin's coming up. He's going to.
Tyler Carter, third man in. Maybe the two in the middle of it.
He may not see the end of this game. Barry Nichols has got a good report on this. No, Josh Miles is still here.
He did confirm the try though, so nonetheless that was a great try by Freddie. He was elusive back through the middle there, and I don't think there was any. Like you said, Greta were obviously complaining to the referees that there was people taken out, but everyone was standing flat. There was no movements, no running lines. It was just him with great footwork and great speed. And
well, he did. He's just great leg speed from Freddie, Joji, and he just caught them all napping. Ran across field. He got the ball 10 metres from the sideline, ran across field. No one is going to the bin.
Wow.
That'll do me.
Well, this could erupt. We are, 12 minutes into this fixture, and there's been an all-in brawl. No one is going for a rest. And I thought
when you throw punches, that's an immediate sin bin.
Yeah, well.
Seriously?
Oh, well. Let's see if
13 on 13.
I dare say Greta will kick off to Nick Harvey here after this conversion from James Olds gets plotted over from right in front. The only thing that's been sent off is the scoreboard. It's been turned off in the background there, but
no, it's 4-0, shown 4-0, and we've got 26.5 minutes to go in this first half. James Olds converts Foxy 6-0.
Yeah. Oh well, we spoke on it. That was Denman's first shot at the line, and we probably look back at that and go, well, it wasn't really executed great. But young Freddie on the wing there just turns nothing into something and created the first points of the game there.
Didn't he? What?
And it looks like Jesse Cronin's lining up there to meet Nick Harvey. So I dare say, if I was a betting man, this kick will go straight down the throat of Nick Harvey.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ewan Badham usually gets the ball first up, and he can motor. He's an absolute brick proverbial.
Here we go.
Here's the kick-off. Toby Mallinson gets the ball, gives it on to Nick Harvey, that man. That's what you wanted, Foxy.
Oh,
they go in for a big hit, but he bounces out, and there's 2 or 3 into him. Josh Lasui and Tutaye. Here's the ball. Daniel Smith gets the ball inside his own 20. He runs good ground from Smithy. 29 metres out, 12 metres in from touch. Ball goes on to Ewan Badham. Badham runs forward, goes straight into Lewis Hughes, tried to put the big hit on him, and eventually brought down 39 metres out, centre field by Jordan Mitchell. Short ball onto Jordan Bull, and Jordan Bull runs into the waiting arms just shy of halfway from Lasui and Brady Hammond. He gets up over halfway. Good run. Good run from, who's that? Jordan Bull. Yeah, he's got up a little bit groggy. Here's the ball from Ethan Fowles. Ethan Fowles runs straight into Jordan Mitchell. That's not the, no self-preservation there. That's the last bloke you'd want to run into. Dummy half to last tackle. Here's Toby Mallinson. Toby Mallinson needs to put a kick in. He puts one crossfield to Samson O'Neill. It's still the last. It's a bit rushed. Goes straight down the waiting arms of Zach Leonard, who Samson O'Neill ended up putting the kick in. It was a bit untidy. Foxy?
Not how the play would have been drawn up at training, I can tell you that. But nonetheless, a kick managed to get downfield, and Greta are working off their own line here.
Here's Jesse Cronin again. No, that's Tyler Carter, isn't it?
James Old's reeled out of that one a little bit, Ginger. They're just really killing them through the middle with momentum here. When they get a roll on, Greta, they're very hard to stop.
Well, they get to halfway, and that's the fourth, I believe. Here's Jordan Mitchell again. He's been powerhouse early. I don't think the first tackler has put him down yet. He's up over halfway. It is the last, 41 metres out from the Denman line. Here's Josh Cagney on this right-hand side, puts a big kick down. Samson O'Neill collects it, 5 out from his own line, centre field, gets some speed up, and he charges out towards the 20. Good tackle around the legs there by Ruben Andrews. He's Freddie, that man. He charges into the line. He's not scared. There's a guy down in back play over here, Foxy.
Yeah, Jonah Lesueur's down here.
Lesui.
I think one thing I've just noticed, probably the first exchanges of this fixture, is with Toby Mallison playing half on the right side as a left foot kicker and Josh Miles on the left as a right foot kicker. I think maybe they might need to have a little chat to each other and try and sort that out. I know they've probably set up and got their sides they play on, but just in terms of getting the kicks away a little bit more smoothly, they haven't really executed to plan to start this game. So it might be just something they need to identify, and even if that means James Old jumping out of 9 and getting the kicks downfield. But just that inside pressure's starting to kill them, and they probably haven't really got a good kick away on the last.
Good call, Foxy, because it happened over that side of the field there when the ball ended up going to Samson O'Neill to put in a dodgy kick. He made some ground, but it wasn't tidy at all. So, nevertheless, it's 6-0 here in favour of the away team. Denman, we've got 23.5 minutes to go in this first half. Play will restart very shortly. Dave Windle's going back to his 10 metres. So Denman will have a restart here, 35 metres out, 20 in from touch. And that man, Freddie, Joji, the try scorer.
The live wire.
Geez, he can motor. He's Ewan Badham, and Badham, that was a rake. That was a two-man rake,
was
it?
You could see that was stripped from here.
You could see that was stripped in the dark here, fair dinkum. No, that was his brother, Ian Badham. Yeah, the identical twins from Wales, the Welsh twins. Here's Jordan Mitchell goes forward
good
again.
Shot underneath.
It was a good shot, good defence there by who was that? I think that was Ewan
Badham.
Here's Greta on the attack, centre field. Brady Hammond gets the ball. They're inside the 20. Danger time for the Denman Devils here. They've got options left and right. Cagney one way and Ruben Andrews the other. Lewis Hughes jumps out, gives it to Andrews. Andrews, short pass out to who's that? Tyler Carter.
That's Billy Mitchell in the centres.
Billy Mitchell in the centres, number 3.
That's
hard
Tyler
to see.
Carter.
There's Tyler Carter who charges
strong
at the line.
Tackle.
He still gets it away onto Brady Hammond. He's only 5 out under the post here at the moment. Quick play the ball. Who kicked that? It goes there to Freddie. Freddie kicks the ball in his own in goal. He's going to be held, is he? No, he's still going. He's shrugged off 2 or 3. They're trying to get out.
Tell you what, he made a good effort of trying to get out of the in-goal area there. He beat 3 players on the chase there, and I thought for a moment he was going to find a way out the other side. But
didn't he? What?
Tyler Carter's just down in back play there. He was met in a really strong tackle by Ewan Badham, and it's probably the first time I've really seen him being uplifted and driven into the ground. And he's holding his arm there by the look of it, and he could be a little bit worse for wear.
Yeah, both boys, the Badham brothers, sometimes they sub each other out, but when the two of them are there together, if I was getting the ball and they were in front of me, I'd be chipping over the top even if it was the first.
Yeah, whatever it means to not be met by them in a contact.
Not by the Badham boys. Ian and Ewan. Ian is number 19. I'll have to remember that. Here's Toby Mallison.
That's a great dropout.
The Matt Burton of Group 21. Goes straight down the waiting arms of Zach Leonard. He hands it off onto Hammond, the captain coach, and he's tackled 31 metres out from the Denman line, centre field. Lewis Hughes at dummy half. Balls to Jordan Mitchell. He's had about a double-figure hit-ups already, Jordan Mitchell. He's been outstanding. Just his go forward. Tackled there by Badham. Ball goes on to Tautai. He goes straight into the waiting arms of Jordan Bull, but he's still going. They can't get him down. He's tackled about 10 metres out from the Denman line. Ball goes from Lewis Hughes. Dummies one way. On to Hammond. They take him out sideways. Good defence. Can they keep it up? There's a couple to go in this set. Lewis Hughes at dummy half. He's looking for options left and right. He comes right. Short pass to Cronin. Cronin's going to bust over, and he gets the ball down under the post.
He's fired up after that, Jesse Cronin.
Too strong from only 5 metres out. You've just got to watch it. He's very similar. Lewis Hughes, That was a little scone move between Clydesdale and Ritter for mine. But if you're going to short pass somebody on the right, it's Jesse Cronin. If you're going to go left, it's Tyler Carter. They've got their plays, and Lewis Hughes read that beautifully. Them in defence, they tried there. There was a couple of guys, one guy down low, but he just had too much momentum to score the try under the post, and this will make it 6-all after he kicks this goal. We've got just over 20 minutes to go in the first half. Down here at Greta Branxton.
Yeah, I think Lewis Hughes there, probably a little bit underrated. He's working on. He was probably spent a lot of the year at lock last year with Nick Lawrence taking over the 9 duties, and to start this year, he's jumped back into the 9 role, and I've been really impressed with his ruck deception. Just in and around there, just engaging those markers. He
was part of the Northern Eagles too early in the season, Foxy. Lewis Hughes.
Go, Reggie!
Foxy! What a try! Score under the post! Can you believe it? They didn't get near him, and they're appealing. Greta Branxton are appealing that he ran around 2 or 3.
There's a punch up here in back play.
Who did
Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin are into it.
Jesse Cronin, and I seen
that's come out of nowhere.
What the hell happened there?
I seen Tyler Carter come in there.
We are open to the to nature. Right,
go,
Reggie. Foxy!
What a try!
Score under the post. Coming up halfway. It's been a good game.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, 6-all. It probably reflects how much of an arm wrestle the game has been.
Olds with the restart. Puts it deep. Goes straight down there to Kane Bonham, and Bonham gets the ball. He's going to run across field like all good wingers. They centre it. And he's tackled 20 metres out, 20 in from touch. Ball goes to Hammond. Hammond's had a couple of good runs, and he's tackled by Bull underneath, just shy of his own 30. Nick Lawrence is on.
Wow.
I've seen that there, Reggie, and not Reggie, Foxy.
Yeah,
Lewis and that
Hughes.
Was Lewis Hughes. Lewis Hughes has gone back to the back row, and Nick Lawrence has come on in the as the hooker. Here's who's number 15? Kaloi with the orange and pink boots. He's inside the 20 for Greta. Bit of pressure on the Greta Branxton boys here. Here's Mallison, turns it back inside to Ian Badham. He's tackled 5 metres out. Post directly in front of him.
Good
James Old at dummy half. Mallison, short pass. It's a cutout over the back there. Short pass again to Samson O'Neill. It goes nowhere, but Greta, that's a really poor turnover there by the boys. And that was Jacob Sukanavulu who threw that, speculated to Samson O'Neill. It was just behind him. So trying to pick it up, he knocked it on. So that's a poor turnover from the Denman boys.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if there was a bit of an overcall there to the right edge. They had really good shape set up out here to the left, and I don't know, that might have even been the tactic to set up the shape left and throw it right. But nonetheless, I was really impressed with the shape they had set up here, and it looked like they had an extra number. And I feel when they watch this back, that might have been an opportunity that goes big in there, and they go down the right edge there, man on man, and lose the footy.
Spot on. Daniel Smith can't be given a metre because he's got that great leg speed, Smithy, and he really he loves standing the players up.
Especially when he's got big Vautautai in front of him. He won't be running straight at him. He'll be looking to use his speed and get around him.
Well, if he's smart, he will. He's the scrum feed. Greta Branxton have got the ball. Goes out to... is that number 2, Kane Bonham, and he's tackled about 10 metres out, directly in front of his uprights. Nick Lawrence at dummy half, come down this left-hand side, and Tutoe gets the ball. He unloads in traffic. Good pass. Nick Lawrence gets the ball again, and he's tackled 32 metres out from his own line. 3 in the tackle. Good quick play the ball. Cagney at dummy half, back onto Tautai, gets the ball, beats one, comes straight into Josh Miles. He gets up over halfway. Kennedy comes again, but he's 45 metres out from the Denman line, 20 in from touch. Lawrence, long pass out the back to Andrews. Andrews gets the ball onto Jesse Cronin, charges forward. I thought that short pass was on there to Tyler Carter. Nevertheless, quick play the ball onto Lewis Hughes. Lewis Hughes puts a little grubber kick. It's going into the Denman in goal. Ethan Fowles wanted to go over that dead ball line very, very quickly, and that it does. That was patience by Ethan Fowles, Foxy.
Probably just finding the hands of Lewis Hughes down that left edge. He's a very versatile player, but you probably need Ruben Andrews really excelling as the halfback and saying, give me the ball here, and getting the right kick on the back of that.
Well, Billy Mitchell was on his outside screaming for it, so I don't know if Lewis actually heard him, but nevertheless, the restart was by Samson O'Neill on his own 20-metre line. Here's James Old, takes off from dummy half. Good run from Oldsey, and he makes out to the 40, his own 40 that is, centre field. Ethan Fowles at dummy half. Short pass on to Daniel Smith. one of the back line boys coming in to take a bit of heat off his forwards. He's still shy of halfway. Centre field, a couple of metres in fact. Fouls at dummy half again. Gives it on to Miles. Miles gives it on to Ewan Badham. He's up over halfway, only a couple of metres. Gets up and plays the ball. Here's Ethan Fowles, takes off from dummy half. That's an easy tackle. There was no pressure there at all. I think that's the fourth. What in the hell was that?
That's some abysmal football.
What sort of play the ball was that? I didn't know what Dave Windle was doing, but nevertheless, it's a turnover, 40 metres out. Greta got the ball. Here's Brady Hammond. He gets to halfway. That was ordinary.
Yeah, really poor football IQ there. No dummy half, and probably the run itself was ordinary, and probably the result that was warranted with Greta finding the loose ball.
Yeah, and they're just putting pressure back on themselves, Denman. That's a one-on-one strip.
Oh, that should have been play on.
Yeah, he let him go. Jaden Kennedy let him go, and James Old. That was a legitimate one-on-one strip. I thought. I don't think Dave's seen it. The referee.
Yeah,
I think he's just
definitely one-on-one, and Olds should have been let to go play on there.
Well, I think the last thing he's seen was the two people in the tackle. But nevertheless, Brady Hammond takes the ball off the restart. They're 19 metres out from the Denman line. Lawrence at dummy half shows one way, gets it out to Ruben Andrews. Short pass on to Tyler Carter, and Tyler Carter still going, gets through two players, would-be tacklers, and he scores 10 metres left of the upright.
Really good
10
ball
points
there.
to 6.
We just touched on Ruben Andrews as the halfback, getting his hands on this game, and he's done exactly that. He's dodged one would-be defender and finds Tyler Carter stamming into a hole. And unfortunately, if you don't meet Tyler Carter with good initial contact, there's no way in hell you're going to stop him from scoring a try.
They've got to really dominate this ruck here, and yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a one-on-one strip because Jaden Kennedy fell off the tackle, and that was a deliberate ploy by James Olds. But nevertheless, I don't think Dave's seen that. Nevertheless, they won 3 rucks in a row there. So quick play the balls, and Denman just didn't try and slow that play the ball down. Just a couple of, maybe a second or two. And the same thing happened when Scone, a couple of weeks ago, Foxy got away to a huge scoreline. Scone were just, so dominant in the play the ball area, and the momentum, the go forward by Scone on that day was just fantastic.
Yeah, it was just like you touched on there, probably just a little bit of lacklustre effort and control in the ruck there, and it just creates a lot of pressure on your edges because you're sucking into the middle to help with those defensive efforts, and then all of a sudden you're stripped for numbers, and blokes like Tyler Carter you can't afford to have no numbers in front of. So good identification there by Ruben Andrews to spot that and find Tyler Carter as Joshy Cagney drills one to the left of the post there, and
he hit that like a 2-iron.
Yeah, the Denman crowd's absolutely giving it to him. He did not hit that well at all, and I guess that's the reflection there. Paddy Andrews is probably, I'm not sure where Paddy Andrews is, but he knocks them over like bread and butter. So
yeah, they're Christmas presents for Paddy Andrews. Just 10 points to 6 here. We've just got 13 minutes to go in this first half here at Greta Branxton Oval. The winner will bounce into second. Well, Denman are in second spot at the moment, only by a point, but Greta have got a couple of games in hand. But this is a big game for both teams in terms of if Denman need to try and open up some sort of space on the ladder. Here's the restart. Ball goes down there and it gets into the waiting arms. I don't know who that gentleman is on the
that's Callum Nugent.
Cal Nugent. It is too, number 16. They're out to their own 30, the Greta Branxton boys. That was Brady Hammond. Here's Cal Nugent again. He's been very good off the bench last year in particular. James Olds tackles him 39 metres out from his own lines. Here's Lewis Hughes. No one, they're stopping at the advantage line, the Denman boys in defence. And Lewis Hughes makes the halfway line before he's tackled by Bull. Here's Nick Lawrence, jumps out of dummy half, little grubber kick through. It's regained. It went down, and they weren't urgent enough there, the Denman boys, for mine. Well, what's Dave Windle calling here?
He's waiting for the bunker to rule on the play here.
What's he going to call? He's waiting. Oh, it's a knock-on by Greta.
Yeah.
Yes, he's calling a knock-on there. They're right on the Denman 40-metre line, centre field. So put the kick through, and it came off a Denman player, and they're saying that Greta Branxton knocked the ball on when they tried to regather it. It went sideways.
Probably lucky there, like you touched on it live. It was no real urgency from either side really to get on the footy, and
especially Denman, Foxy.
Yeah, absolutely, and worrying signs that you touched on there, just a little bit lacklustre in terms of their line speed and getting up and meeting the Greta boys. So they really need to just find a bit of effort here to lead into half time.
Oh goodness me! Just held on to that, Freddie, from the scrum base. and he's tackled 5 shy of halfway, centre field, Olds at dummy half. Options to his left and right, but he gives the ball to Nick Harvey, and Nick Harvey gets up over halfway, only a metre or so. Good tackle around the legs by Lawrence. Hammond over the top, James Olds. They come down this left side. Jordan Bull, this one up stuff. They need to get 2 pass going, stretch Greta a little bit. Here's Miles out the back to Fowles. Fowles, the fullback, comes forward and he's belted in a good tackle there. 32 metres out, 20 in from touch from the Greta Branxton line. Olds at dummy half, out the back to Bull. Bull goes himself. He gets the ball onto Ian Badham. Shrugs off one, nearly gets through a second, but he's ankle tapped. He's down about 19 metres out from the Greta line, centre field. Olds goes from dummy half. Little chip over the top. There's no one there except Zach Leonard, and Leonard gets the ball and he's tackled his own in goal. 20 line dropout, restart.
Good vision from James Olds on the back of a quick play of the ball there by Badham, and caught the fullback out of position, put a little deft kick in the in-goal area.
It was a good effort by Zach Leonard to get across there.
Yeah,
actually,
he almost poked his nose out of the in-goal area, but Denman swarmed on him, and here we go. Denman just finding ways to hang in at the moment. At times we think they're starting to fall in their effort. They just find a way to get back into it. And
well, they've got to make the most of this set of 6 here. I see Ian... no, it's Ewan Badham, number 19 is... No, it is Ian. Ian is down. I think he was putting his boot on.
Yeah, he just lost his boot in that last tackle. He was probably waiting for Jackson Ball or Shet to go out and tie his laces for him.
The crowd have given it to him deluxe over there, and he just let them know what he thought about him.
Yeah, this is one park in Group 21 where anything that they can get on you with, they will.
The Greta Branxton crowd do not miss.
They've been at the Huntley Tavern all afternoon, and they've come here with a gutful, and they're happy to tell you about it.
I wouldn't say that. No, and you know what? Sometimes the home crowd gets the home team through the game. Ball goes to that man himself. He's got to run up. Look at him go straight in. He bounces off 2. Tyler Carter and Lewis Hughes was the guys, and that was a 2-man strip.
Well, there's the consistency on that call earlier against James Old that I actually thought that they'd fallen out and it was 1-on-1 with Tyler Carter again there, but nonetheless, he's consistent with the call there, Davey.
There you go.
Full set of 6 again here. So
here we go. They've got a penalty, the Denman boys. James Olds gone and retrieved it. Dave Wendell has called time out.
He wants to chat.
He wants to chat to someone. Has someone given him a gobful? No. No. He's just waiting for the restart. There it is. James Olds with a tap. 20 metres out, gives it on to Bull, gets it on to Nick Harvey. Nick Harvey charges through into the waiting arms of 3 or 4 Greta Branxton boys. They need to be patient here, the Denman boys. Short pass to Bull from James Olds. Flat pass. He's 2 metres out, directly under the post. He's got options everywhere, James Olds. What's he going to do? Long pass out to Miles. Miles, short pass on to Jaden Kennedy. Can he get the ball down? It went backwards, and who's fell on the ball? Josh Miles.
Captain coach and Miles.
No, Barry Nichols has ruled that it's gone forward over here.
I don't know how that's gone forward.
No, neither do I.
Jaden Kennedy was pretty well over the line and he's dished the ball out the back.
Yeah, that's... well, then again, if they couldn't see punches thrown in the first few minutes, they're not going to see that.
Yeah, that's why they're paid referees and we're volunteer commentators, I guess. They make the calls and...
Nevertheless.
Unlucky there for Denman, though. They had some good shape there and probably the right option there to hit Kennedy on the crash ball short there, and he nearly barnstormed over. And
well, let off there to the Greta Branxton
very
boys.
Big let off.
Huge let off. It might have been Josh Miles' first try. He would have avoided the nudie run. Scrum feed to Greta Branxton. Ball goes out to Kane Bonham, I think that is, and he takes the ball up over his own 10, approaching the 20. Ball goes out there. I can't see that guy under the lights out there. Foxy, give me a hand. He's out to his own 30, nevertheless.
I believe that might be Billy Mitchell.
Yes, he's come in for a run, Billy.
Cagney,
the 5'8", taking some heat off his fellow forwards. He's approached the 40. Here's Jesse Cronin, and Cronin gets the ball and he charges forward. Good run.
Oh, a bit of a forearm drop there by Cronin on Harvey.
Yeah, them two have got form, Cronin and Harvey. They've got form, them two. He gets up over halfway now. Instead of mouthing off, get back in the defensive line, Nick, for goodness sake. Kalloy's down in the back play, but he's up. Here, ball goes to near Zach Leonard, and Zach Leonard puts a beautiful bomb up. Fowles is underneath it. He spills it, and it goes backwards and into his own in goal. The Greta Branxton defence have come up really hard. Can they drive him out into touch or into his own in goal? I think they have. That was a hell of a bomb.
Yeah, probably rewarded for probably the kick of the night there. Zach Leonard with a nice torpedo bomb. You spoke about Mallison being the Matty Burton there. That was probably the next best thing there, with Leonard putting it up into the heavens, bit of breeze. And
which way this wind blowing? Straight at us?
Oh, it's going in circles if you ask me, mate. That's what Fowles will say at fullback anyway.
Well, he knocked it back, but the thing there was it went backwards so far it was going to go over the dead ball line. Here's Toby Mallison, the Matt Burton I've called him. Line dropout, that's huge against this Breeze. It goes down there, goes sideways past Ruben Andrews, and
Spruce,
Oliver Spruce gets the ball, and he's 32 metres out, 5 in from touch from the Denman line. Ball comes out to Jesse Cronin. Hasn't him and Nick Harvey had a battle here tonight? He's tackled 25 metres out, centre field. Nick Lawrence at dummy half, short pass to Cagney. Cagney goes forward, no runners there. He elected to go himself, centre field. He's about 15 metres out from the Denman line. Pressure on here now. 6.5 minutes to go. 10-6 in favour of Greta. The captain coach, Hammond, gets the ball. He's tackled about 10 metres, 8 metres out from the Denman line. Pressure right on. Lawrence, they come down this short right-hand side. Cagney goes himself. He's got players there. He unloads the ball onto Hammond. Hammond picks the ball up on a lazy pass. Still last tackle. Greta possession. Lawrence, long pass out the back to Ruben Andrews. Little kick through. It's in the in goal, and Jordan Bull bats it over the dead ball line. Pressure was right on them there. There was no fullback in place.
Yeah, I think one thing I'm just starting to see is maybe Greta just need to let the ball go out the back to the fullback in the centre. They're really wearing Denman through the middle, and they're sucking a lot of defenders in to weather the storm of Cronin and Hammond and the likes, and their edges are really opening up for Denman, and they're just not really exploiting it.
Oh, goodness me. There's a short kick off, a short line drop. I thought it was knocked on, but nevertheless, Denman have got the ball back. And Jesse Cronin's tackled, is that Sampson? No, that's not
Kaloi.
Sampson, it's Kaloi. 42 metres out from his own line. So that's a good result from the Denman boys off that line drop restart.
Off the hook they were.
Samson O'Neill went up with it. I wasn't sure if it was a knock-on. That's why I was in two minds. Here's Nick Harvey. Hasn't he run hard since he started the game, but he's run hard and he hasn't shirked his task. Brady Hammond tackles him. Here's Jordan Bull. Jordan Bull goes forward, charges into the Greta Branxton defence. He was upended there, somewhat ordinary position, but he's 32 metres out, centre field. Toby Mallison. Mallison gets the ball. What's he going to do? Chips to the corner. There's no one home. Denman are there, but good pick up from Zach Lennon. He's tackled there about 2 metres out from his own line, right in that far corner.
I don't mind that option there. Look at the Greta boys struggling to get back on side.
Yeah,
the forwards are really laying back here, and Denman up for the challenge.
Their defence has to be spot on. He knows stupid penalties. Ball goes on to, who's that? Is that Kane Bonham? I think
yes,
it is. Yeah, Bonham. He's always up for it. 15 metres out from his own line, centre field. Here's Cal Nugent. Now Cal Nugent gets up over to the 20. 25 metres, in fact, centre field. Lawrence at dummy half onto Tyler Carter. Short pass out to that left-hand side. Ball goes out to
Spruce.
Spruce gives the ball back into the Nick Lawrence, the hooker. Ball throws a speculator, and I thought that went forward, and it does. Look where Dave's 20 metres away, and he's called that knock on. I think it was the right decision, though.
Yeah, I think Greta just a little bit lacking the direction of Cooper Maidham and Paddy Andrews there, and I know there was some good exchanges of passes there, but at some point you just got to settle it and get to the end of your set. And after that, and that probably come on the back of the pressure that Denman defensive effort put on him to kick into the corner there and really make him work hard. Crucial
3.5 minutes here, Foxy. It's 10 points to 6 in favour of Greta, the home side, and Denman have got a scrum feed, 30 metres out, 20 in from touch. This is crucial. If they can put a try on the board here, where's he going? Freddie's gone across field again behind his own play. But see, that was no worse than the try because there was no one within cooee of Jaden Kennedy when he ran around his player.
Yeah, miscommunication there, and Daniel Smith just sort of crept in front of him.
And I see Josh Miles tell him, just run straight, Freddie.
Yeah, and the hardest thing is...
Just run straight, and that's a really poor turnover.
Yeah, you've got to play like that. You want to be able to let them do those things, but unfortunately they just got it wrong.
Yeah, well, that's a really ordinary handover, and I hope they don't get made to pay for that with 2.5 minutes to go before half-time. They had an opportunity there at 10-6 to try and get back into this game. Here's Cal Nugent, goes under a high tackle, and that's a penalty, and that was Jaden Kennedy. Just caught him a bit high around the shoulder. Cal Nugent is up very quickly. Quick play the ball. Nick Lawrence onto Hammond. Hammond goes forward to the defence, and James Olds takes him down 22 metres out, centre field from the Denman line. Quick play the ball. Lawrence at dummy half. Lawrence goes across field onto Andrews, onto Zach Leonard, onto Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell comes in one, beats 2, and he's dragged down about 8 metres out from the Denman line. Play the ball, Lawrence, onto Tyler Carter. Carter looks for support, but then he straightens up and goes himself. He's tackled about 3 metres out from the Denman line next to the uprights. Pressure right on the Devils here. Lawrence at dummy half. Onto Ruben Andrews, little chip through. Who's going to fall on it? It's batted over the dead ball. Well, they had to retreat very, very quickly, the Devils there, Foxy. Yeah, minute and a half to go. It's 10 points to 6 in this first half. And this is another line dropout restart here for Denman.
A big minute and a half here for Denman, isn't it?
Massive.
You don't want to let a 10-6 scoreline blow out to a 2-try margin.
Especially after they had the ball and they lost it on the first down there. That's coach killer stuff. Here's Toby Mallinson with the line dropout. It gets it out to the 45-metre area. It bounces over to the halfway, and Cal Nugent picks the ball up, goes straight into Jaden Kennedy, boots him, and he gets up over, and JK comes again, tackled 35 metres out. Lawrence at dummy half, onto Jordan Mitchell. That big fella's back on, and he can go forward. He's inside the Denman 30, 28 metres in fact. Lawrence at dummy half, options left and right. Turns it back inside onto Cagney. Cagney jinks off his left, goes forward, straightens it up, and he's tackled inside Denman's 20. Centre field, Lawrence. He's looking left and right. He comes to the right, gives it on to Brady Hammond. Beats 1, beats 2, and he's held there. Can he unload in traffic? He doesn't. 5 metres out from the Denman line. Lawrence at dummy half. They come out to Cagney. Cagney out the back to Leonard. Short pass on to Tautai. Tautai only got to fall over, and he splits it out the back.
Oh, wow.
What did he call? No, he's called it forward. Barry Nichols on the sideline. It was a beautiful pass in traffic by Tautai.
He had about 16 Denman players on him from everywhere, and he's managed to get an arm free, and unfortunately it's floated forward, and Barry Nichols, Johnny on the spot, right in front of him there, so
yes,
the best seat in the house to call it.
16 players. A couple of guys come from the bench to try and hold him over.
A couple of ball boys in there and everything. There was people everywhere trying to stop him.
The halftime siren's going to go now. It's 10 points to 6, and there you have it. So there'll be no restart here now.
We'll touch on the fight at half, just before we go to a break on halftime here. We'll have a look back at it and see what we can dissect from it.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened here. So
go, Reggie. Foxy.
What a
He
try.
can't score under the post.
Can you believe it? They didn't get near him, and they're appealing. Greta Branxton are appealing that he ran around 2 or 3.
There's a punch up here in back play.
Who did
Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin are into it.
Jesse Cronin, and I seen
That's
Jordan
come out of
Mitchell.
nowhere.
What the hell happened there?
I seen Tyler Carter come in there after
Tyler
Nick started
Carter.
throwing him at Jesse Cronin.
Tyler Carter threw about 2, at least 2, but I'm
Gee, he can go, Reggie. Foxy.
What a
He
try.
can't score under the post.
Can you believe it? They didn't get near him, and they're appealing. Greta Branxton are appealing that he ran around 2 or 3.
There's a punch up here in back play.
Who did
Nick Harvey and Jesse Cronin are into it.
Jesse Cronin, and I seen
That's
Jordan
come out of
Mitchell.
nowhere.
What the hell happened there?
I seen Tyler Carter come in there after
Tyler
Nick started
Carter.
throwing.
Well, welcome back here to Greta Branxton Oval. 10 points to 6 here. Start of the second half just about to start. And in favour of the Greta Branxton boys, the home team. Foxy, I do want to pay special mention of the ground condition.
Yeah.
The grand final here last year was the Dust Bowl, and this year it is looking sensational. I've walked across it a couple of times actually. Shortcut, in actual fact, for a feed, but nevertheless, the ground is really, really tip-top.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched on how it was looking for the grand final last year, the Dust Bowl, as we were calling it.
Done some amazing work,
they've
I reckon,
really,
so full marks.
really got in the off-season and put some massive work into it, and it's a real credit to the Greta committee and all the people involved with it.
What do you reckon they would have said it in the Greta Branxton dressing sheds at half-time, Foxy?
I think Brady
only 4 points in front.
Yeah, I think Brady be a little bit disappointed. I think at times they've really looked like they've had the upper hand in terms of momentum, and just to only be 4 points ahead of Denman is probably not something that Brady would be happy about. I think maybe just identifying his halves to take a little bit more control of the game and maybe crack these edges a bit more of Denman.
Here we go. Here's the restart from Cagney, and Cagney gets it ball down onto Nick Harvey, and Nick Harvey runs straight into Brady Hammond. He's tackled 20 metres out centre field. He hasn't shirked the task, has he, Nick Harvey?
Yeah, it looked like he twinged his hamstring on the run into that one there.
Did he? Might be just the way he runs. Second tackle there, and that went to Jordan Bull. Ball goes out from at the back from James Old, straight into Freddie Joji, and Joji gets to the 40-metre line before he's tackled there by Hammond. 10 shy of halfway. Old's at dummy half, gets it on to Kennedy, and Kennedy tries to get to the halfway line, but he's tackled 2 or 3 metres shy. Good tackle by Jordan Mitchell. He's had a fair game, Jordan Mitchell, since the game has started. His Ewan Badham. He's up over halfway. He never fails to make ground. Ewan. Here's Toby Mallinson. Big kick, and that
always
is an
going out on the full.
Absolute shocker.
I spoke about it in the first half. The left-footed kicker on the right edge and right-foot kicker on the left edge.
They didn't listen to you, Foxy.
Yep. Unfortunately, they're straight away on, and it was a pretty good set to start the half there. And it's not the result they would have been looking for. So
no. And here's a turnover. Tyler Carter's going to take it. He's 8 shy of halfway, and really good field position. Lawrence at dummy half. Short pass to Jordan Mitchell, and Mitchell gets to halfway. No problems at all. He's tackled well there. In the end by James Old. Inside the Denman half, here's Hammond. Goes forward, one off the ruck. Good tackle from Ewan Badham there on the 40. They're making 10 metres every time they get the ball. Here's Jesse Cronin, another 10 metres. Charges through. He's at the 30, centre field. Lawrence at dummy half. Comes down this left-hand side to Ruben Andrews. He dummies, goes himself, and he's well held there by Kalloy. It had to be made. Gets up and plays the ball. Short pass out to Lawrence. Lawrence gets the ball. Dummies, unders. Give it to Brady Hammond. Hammond stands in the tackle. Is that the last? Yes, it is. Centre field, 20 metres out from the Denman line. They come down the left. Ruben Andrews. Andrews puts a little chip forward, looking for the repeat set, but there's just too much weight on that. That's a poor kick.
One too many wheat bix this morning there for Rubes. Again, the kicking game's probably just not been critical of what they would have worked for before the game here, and it's really letting both teams down.
Samson O'Neill with the restart, gets out to his own 30. Good tackle around the legs by Nick Lawrence, but nevertheless, here's the ball here. Ethan Fowles takes the ball, swings out of 1, swings out of 2. He's nearly at the halfway line. Good run from Fowles, the fullback. Miles at dummy half, and Miles gets the ball onto Nick Harvey. Nick Harvey gets to the halfway line before he's tackled well around the legs by Jordan Mitchell. Plays the ball. Miles at dummy half, out to Mallinson. Mallinson short pass on to Kalloy, and Kalloy gets the ball. He's at the Greta Branxton 40. I think that's the 4th. Olds at dummy half again. We're coming down this. He goes himself, scoots away, but he's skull dragged down. No, he still gets the ball away to Fowles, and Fowles has tackled 38 metres out. I think that's the 4th tackle. 28 metres out, my apologies. Miles turns it in one way, gives it on to one of the Badham boys, and I think that's number 20, Ewan. And Ewan's tackled inside the 20. It's the last tackle now, Dave Windle says. Ball goes to Toby Mallinson. What can he do? Little chip over the top. It's deep. Samson O'Neill's up for it. He only had to take it, and he would have scored, Foxy.
Yeah.
he had a clean shot at that.
Definitely a matchup that they probably need to work towards more, that kick across field. Much better kick there from Allison. He got a little bit more infield and had more time to put the kick exactly where he wanted there. And
yeah, I thought he had a clean shot at that, Sampson.
Yeah,
so he clearly out jumped Spruce there. So that was probably a missed opportunity there by the Denman boys. Here's the restart. 10 out, 10 in from touch. Greta Branxton. 10-6. We're just on 4 minutes of play. Ball goes to Cal Nugent. Nugent standing in the tackle, and that's a two-man strip.
Yep.
There's a poor penalty away there. James may have thought... I'm just wondering if Kaloi may have heard the call that James told him to drop off.
Yeah, there's obviously calls you make when you're in the tackles there and in a position to strip. And yeah, I think you're right. I think Olds was in a position and the call went across, and Kaloi just didn't fall out of that tackle.
Didn't hear it. Good kick from Nick Lawrence. The restart is going to be on 5 metres on the Denman side of halfway. Ball goes to Billy Mitchell. Mitchell takes a tap restart, charges into the defence. He's tackled there by Kaloi. 32, 33 metres out from the Denman line, 15 in from touch. Lawrence at dummy half onto Jesse Cronin. Someone's got to hit him low and low early. And he's making a good 15 metres there, Jesse Cronin. This roll is good so far. The momentum's good. Lawrence out the back to Cagney. Turns it under Tautai. Tautai runs crossfield. He straightens up towards the goalpost, and he's 5 metres out from the Denman line.
There's an injury here to, I think, Nick Harvey. Yep, I touched on it before when he had that run to start the half. He might have pulled a hamstring here.
He went in to tackle Tautai, and he's worse for wear there.
I think most people that do go in to tackle him are worse for wear, Benko.
He's a big boy. 3, 4, let's say 5 metres out from the Denman line. The restart's going to happen now. Lawrence at dummy half. He's got plenty of options.
Big test here.
Left and right. You've got Tyler Carter down this left, but he's going to go, yes, he does. Short pass to Tyler Carter. He's held up. Can he unload it? In traffic, he does not. He's tackled 3 metres out from the Denman line. Quick play the ball. Lawrence at dummy half, and what's he going to do? He's saying all the players too long in the tackle. Yeah. It's a penalty to Greta Branxton.
Nick Harvey just floating around in the ruck there and didn't make an effort to roll the other way, and Davey wouldn't have a bar of it.
That's a result of being injured. Here's the restart. Jordan Mitchell. He's going to go himself, tap and go himself. He's a big boy. He'll take about 3 defenders with him. Gets speed up early. He's trying to cross over the line there. Well held by James Olds underneath.
Yeah, good one-on-one tackle.
Only a metre out. Nick Lawrence at dummy half. What's he going to do? Jumps out. Long pass out to Cagney. Cagney onto Leonard. Cut out pass over there to Kane Bottom, who scores in the corner.
That's great footy there. That's a great ball by Zach Leonard there, and touched on it when we come into the second half that those edges are probably something they need to look to exploit for the Denman defensive side, and they've done exactly that. And it wasn't really off the back of too much, just one run and then bang, 3 crisp passes, and Kane Bonham, great finisher in the corner there. Yeah,
and it was all again right from the start, just turnovers in poor field position, Foxy. And that takes it to 14 points to 6. We've had 6.5 minutes of play in this second half down here at Greta Branxton Oval. The field, I must say, the field is looking fantastic, and I'll keep saying it.
Yeah, spectacular. I guess why not give them the raps? They've probably had...
There's been a lot of work.
As long as I've been playing footy, there's always been discredit to the ground here at Greta.
Let's call it. It's been a goat track for years. There's been a dead set goat track, and nobody has ever liked travelling down the highway to Greta Branxton Oval. But I must say, it is really, really good nick as we see it now. Here's the conversion.
Looks like Nick Lawrence is going to take over the reins.
Nick Lawrence has come on. Is Lewis Hughes on the field, Foxy?
I believe he might be having a breather.
Here's Zach Leonard, moves in right from the sideline. He strikes it beautifully. They haven't moved. No, they have now waved it away. 14 points to 6. Look, the interesting thing is we've got 32.5 minutes to go in this game. There's only 8 points difference. If they've had their opportunities, Denman, but they've just they've coughed it up in really, really good field position. They've just got to be patient, try and get a repeat set, and just get some pressure, build some pressure on the Greta Branxton boys.
Yeah, massive set for Denman here, just to go down and work tirelessly in defence and force Greta to kick out of their own half.
Yeah, every time I say that, they let 2 or 3 in very, very quickly. Let's hope that's not the case now. Here's off the restart. Hammond gets the ball off the first receiver, and that was Ruben Andrews. He gets out to his own 20. 20 in from touch. Ball goes on to Jesse Cronin. Beats one, beats two. And he's taken 2 or 3 with him. He unloads in traffic onto Nick Lawrence. He comes to the fullback. He's got some space. He's still running and he gets inside the 30. Bounces back up. They didn't put him down. Great run from Nick Lawrence. Great support play onto Jesse Cronin. Pressure's right on. Cagney, dummy half out to Andrews. Andrews gets the ball onto Mitchell, centre field. Goes straight through to the captain coach, Josh Miles, who tries a one-on-one strip and he gets it. That's a one-on-one strip every day of the week.
I tell you what's happening here.
Someone's bad mouth. Yeah. Someone's who's it? James Olds out the back has given Dave Windle a spray, but that was a one-on-one strip.
I think the touches need to. I think Dave's calling this as if there's multiple people in the tackle, and regardless of how it ends, because that was a massive play that needed to be made by Denman captain there, Josh Miles, and the players had fallen out, and it was an out-and-out one-on-one strip, and I think Olds has probably just reminded him of the rule there, and Dave has had a word to him, and unfortunately for Denman, they probably did everything they could to get out of that, and Miles with a massive play won't be credited for it. No, and if
Greta score a try here, that'll just compound that poor decision. You know, I'm going to be honest, the touch judges, Bowery and Harrison, really need to do better. I see Jordan Bull, the Denman lock forward, is down in the back play, right back at the Greta Branxton 30-metre line. So Jordan is down. I'm just looking to see who's coming on. Daniel James is warming up. So young Jordan is shaking it off. He's coming back into the defensive line. But that was a massive play, and I don't know what's going on there. Whether Dave is seeing 2 people in the tackle and then turning around to look at the offside, and then when the play's done, all he sees is a strip. Here's Jordan Mitchell with a tap restart, charges into the line. 3 guys hanging off him. He's directly under the post, 5 metres out. Options left and right. Nick Lawrence turns it back inside to Brady Hammond. He's trying to swivel over the try line. He's only a metre short. Lawrence at dummy half. Long ball out to Ruben Andrews. Short pass on to Tyler Carter. He only has to fall over. There's players everywhere. Has he scored? No, he's dropped it. Knocked it on. In goal.
They're not happy here. It could erupt again.
And that's Kaloi. Kaloi was under him there, and Tyler Carter got up and...
Gone a body on the field there too, I think.
Is that gone a body, Aparosa?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Dave, you won't have it, but nonetheless, I guess...
No, I think that was Jacob Suka.
The play there is, gone a body.
No, is that gone a body?
He's calling out Tyler Carter.
Yeah, well, there's probably no need for that. There's no need for that. Just get on with the game, and... Appo they've got to concentrate here. This is a good opportunity to get out of their own in-goal area or their own red zone area inside their own 20, and we can't afford to be letting crap get in the way of trying to get down the other end and score a try.
Especially after just defending their line and forcing an error.
And now they're going to talk to Appo. Was it that bad?
I think you'll find, if I was Denman here...
It's a pity we didn't have the referee's microphone on. Someone's turned it off. Windle's turned it off.
Yeah, he's not quite privy to the technology.
No, he might have been, but he thought he's going to do it hard anyway in a first-grade game here, so we don't need to be hearing him puffing and panting. Yeah. Dave's... One way or the other, Dave's told him just to calm the hell down.
Yep. I tell you,
he needed a breather.
Denman need to find a bit of energy. I believe Daniel James is on the bench, and he's a bit of a live wire.
He is.
And I feel it might be the time to inject him in the next maybe five minutes or so, and just try and create a bit of spark in around the ruck. Working with James Olds there at 9, and just really look to exploit and tire out that middle third of the Greta Branxton Colts.
Well, Dave slowed the ball down. We haven't had play for about a minute and a half now. It's 29 minutes to go. We'll be out of here by midnight. 14 points to 6 in favour of the Greta Branxton Colts. The thing here's the restart. Toby Mullins is going to play the ball, gives it on to Appo. Appo runs forward. Just got to hang on to that ball, Appo. And he's taken by the waiting arms of Brody Hammond.
Quick play the ball,
He tried to play the ball, but they've pushed him back, not allowed it. Appo plays the ball to Olds. Olds gets a short pass on to Daniel Smith, and Daniel Smith gets up over his own 20. Great run from Smithy. He's tackled there. Good tackle around the legs by Cal Nugent. I saw that. Really good start. Oh, he's hit a brick wall there, James Olds. Straight into the waiting arms of Jesse Cronin. He's a dead set, the brick proverbial. 35 metres out, centre field from their own line. Another good tackle. They're dominating the ruck here, the Greta Branxton boys. Josh Miles goes forward. He threw an inside pass or a dummy inside, but they didn't fall for it. Still 40 out. 10 shy of halfway. They've gone nowhere. It's the last tackle. That was a really lean 10 metres. Mallison's put the ball over the top, and really well done from Spruce.
Yeah, good hands there.
No, self-preservation from Oliver Spruce. He dived in and got the ball. That was well done from young Spruce, the winger. Billy Mitchell's got the ball and he's taken it infield to centre field. 5 shy of the halfway. Really good tackle there. Is that Kane Bonham? Kane Bonham's tackled right on the halfway line. Lawrence at dummy half. I thought he knocked it on. No, he has. Dave's just got to be a little bit more dominant with that whistle. Because did you hear anything?
No, I didn't hear a word. And
the players, the last thing you need the players be getting up confused. I didn't hear a whistle, but we haven't got the microphone on, Dave.
And I think you'll find maybe that's where some of the questions in the back chatting from the players are coming. They're a little bit uncertain on some calls that have been called, and look, they're questioning it.
He does referee old school. Let's be fair to him. And you know, to his credit, he stepped up to the mark tonight. Good turnover there for Denman. They needed that because Greta looked like they were on a roll. Scrum feed. Mallison gets the ball there at halfway line. Gets it on to Kaloi. No, is that Kaloi?
That's
Suka.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jacob. He's inside the Greta Branxton half, and Jesse Crone, Tyler Carter, I should say, wasn't giving him an inch there in the play of the ball. Here's Ewan Badham. He's 35 metres out, centre field from the Greta Branxton line.
You can throw a blanket over the Denman at the moment. They're very bunched.
Yeah, they're just waiting. There's a real ordinary play. There's no speed about it. There's no urgency. Josh Miles dummies, goes himself. He makes about 10 metres. You've got options left and right. James Olds, Mallison and Bull are on this right-hand side. Out the back to Mallison. Short pass on to Appo. Appo gone a body. Beats one, and that's throws a absolute shocker.
Yeah.
I'll let you call that,
the problem is, Benko, if you want to hit the edges, you've got to find some sort of foundations with a roll forward to do so. And just gone a body there. He probably should have tucked that one under the wing, or maybe hit the centre in Suka. And,
yeah, he was looking for Samson O'Neill on the wing here, but the ball was on the long pass was on the ground 3 metres before it met Sampson and went over the sideline. But now there's another let-off for the Greta Branxton boys. So they got the ball now. They're 22 metres out from their own line. Here's Jordan Mitchell, and Jordan Mitchell goes forward, and he's tackled by Appo, gone a body on his own 30, 22 metres in from touch. Quick play the ball.
Gone a body, needs to be careful here.
Yep. Comes him and Jordan Mitchell are just exchanging pleasantries. Josh Cagney, I nearly said James. Ball goes to Ruben Andrews. Ruben Andrews, short pass to Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell, wing, fullback to beat. Good tackle, unloads it in traffic to Ruben Andrews.
There's players down everywhere here, and nonetheless, Greta on the attack.
10 metres out, Nick Lawrence, first receiver. Goes back in behind the ruck and he's tackled there. Good tackle, had to be made by Jaden Kennedy, and Freddie, he jumps up. He's gone to the line. It's the last tackle. It's a handover. How did they get away with that, Denman?
I tell you, I have no idea, because there was all 13 Greta boys down there pushing on the footy, and there was probably about 8 Denman blokes there trying to save the day. And well, there was managed to get away with it.
There was three Denman boys still on the in an offside position. The last thing they need is James Olds getting off the field, and he looks really dodgy, poor old James.
Jackson Ball's left him and given water to Windle, and yeah, Olds is going straight to the bench here, which is not good.
Who's on for James Olds? Daniel, I'd say Dan James.
Yeah, unfortunately, Denman need to just be careful. There's a couple of little things, misdemeanors. Gone a body's just getting a little bit reckless, and a couple of little worrying sides defensively on their edges, and Greta are really starting to put the foot on the throat here.
Yeah, this is precious stuff. Greta looks set here in defence. They're not going anywhere.
If I was Denman here, I'd be getting Toby Mallison just to jump on the left edge of the ruck here for a set, and really look to get his big boot into a footy here and get it down the other end of the field. Dan
James has come on. James Olds is off. It'll be interesting to see what's wrong with Jimmy. He's been good. He's been really good. So Dan James, haven't played since last year. Here's Freddie. Freddie goes forward. He goes around his own players again. He's got to be careful. He unloads in traffic to Jacob Suka, and Suka plays the ball 3 metres in. They look at odds here. Freddie again charges forward. He runs in.
Any more of that?
No self-preservation at all, and he runs straight into Tyler Carter and Lewis Hughes. Long pass here. It looks sloppy. Going to the Badham boys, I think that is Foxy.
Yep.
He gets out to his own 30 regardless. is Josh Miles. Josh Miles, the captain coach, goes from dummy half, gets out to his own 40. 10 shy. It's been a bit sloppy here. Toby Mallinson now. Long pass. It's a bit of a hospital pass. Gets it onto Appo. Gone a body, and he gets up over his own 40. He's 5 shy of halfway. It is the last tackle. Plays the ball clean. Onto Dan James. Onto Toby Mallinson. It's an ordinary midfield bomb. It's going to bounce backwards. Is anyone going to get it? It does bounce backwards. Straight in the waiting arms of Cal Nugent. You can see by the way that ball was turning in midair, Foxy.
Yeah, it was always bouncing back, and Nugent was well aware of it.
Here's Kane Bonham. He gets up over halfway. Another turnover in good field position for the Colts. Lawrence at dummy half onto Jordan Mitchell. Jordan Mitchell comes on to Jacob Suka, and he's tackled well there, just over the 40. Lawrence at dummy half onto Ruben Andrews. Ruben Andrews gets the ball onto 15, and that's Aiden Stewart is on the field. They come down this short left. Really ordinary pass from dummy half from Lawrence. It went behind. Billy Mitchell cleans it up, and he's tackled by Toby Mallinson. They're 35 out, 10 in from touch. It's the last tackle. Ball goes way out the back to Zach Leonard, and Leonard puts a huge midfield bomb up. He lets it bounce, and it gets back into the hands of Zach Leonard, but Dan James falls on it. He picks the ball up, gets the ball over to Freddie. He's out to his own 20. He's dancing up. He's around him. Has he got the speed? The boys are coming at him left, right and centre. What a run from Freddie.
This could be the spark
tackle there by Josh Cagney. 40 out from the Greta Branxton line. Ball goes to Dan Smith. And Smith, that was a flop there.
Still down and not in a good way at all in back play on that.
Yeah,
that
Kane Bonham come back at him.
He's not well. Is it Cagney or is it? I think it might be the winger in Kane Bonham.
Kane Bonham.
Oh no, Kane Bonham's there. Nonetheless, it's a long way away from us here, so we'll get that player shortly.
Right over the other side in front of the bench and the subs box there. What a run by Freddie. Stepped up off his right-hand side and off his right-hand foot and went around a couple of would-be defenders, but they went hard at him.
Yeah, and it was on the back of Dan James there. He's electric, just a bit of vision, a bit of spark, and he backed himself to go sideways and link up with Freddie there, and I called it, and I think they probably need to exploit that a little bit more, just find some energy and back themselves.
Got that right, Foxy. And what can they do here, the Devils? They really need to try and get a repeat set if nothing else is happening. For goodness sake, let's be patient, set it up, get a couple of big boppers running some angles, Foxy. You know, just spread them a little bit.
Yep, just mount some pressure and put a bit of work into the Greta side here. It's been a while since Greta's had to work overtime in terms of defending their line and doing it quite easily, which is allowing them to have plenty of energy when they're coming out of their own end. So they need, like you touched on there, just put some work into the Greta side here and try and create some pressure.
Well, they haven't had a repeat set of 6. I don't believe Denman have, but get a couple of those big boppers, Ewan and Ian coming in at an angle. They hang on to the ball really well, and they always beat the first tackler. So the Greta Branxton boys up over there on that far side. It is 22 minutes to go, 22 and a half minutes to go, believe it or not. It's still 14 points to 6 in favour of Greta. This game seems like it's been going for 2 days, Foxy.
Yeah. There's been a lot of stoppages here, and Dave's been pretty on the spot with these timeouts and stuff.
You know who it was? It was Zach Leonard, the fullback.
It was Zach Leonard, yep.
Yeah, Zach Leonard, the fullback, went down. Him and Cagney came at Freddie at a rate of knots. Great defence, and they brought him down 40 metres out. But
good to see him back on his feet, though.
Yeah, great stuff. Here's Daniel Smith. He's going to play the ball about 32 metres out, 10 in from touch. Here it is. Dan James onto the Batten boy. Runs forward straight into Jordan Mitchell. He's still going. Great run. 21 metres out from the Greta line. Gets up and plays the ball. That was Ian. Gets it onto Jordan. Ball onto Ewan, and Ewan tackled there. That had to be made. Who was that? Great tackle. 10 metres out. Onto Josh Miles. Out the back to Mallinson. Cut out pass to Samson O'Neill. He's got defenders in front of him, but he's dragged over into the corner onto the sideline. Good defence there. Just ran out of room, Samson, but he held his nerve well. Unfortunately, just ran out of room.
Yeah. much better play from Denman there, and I think the real unfortunate thing for Denman was that injury stopped and allowed Greta to get their defensive line set. If they had been able to roll at him on the back of that break from Freddie, it might have just allowed him to crack that edge there and score that try. And unfortunately, the Greta guys were able to set their foundations in their defensive line and shut down the play.
It's what we talk about, Foxy. Again, they just couldn't get that repeat set of 6 and build some decent pressure. But now Greta, they're off the hook again, and scrum feed, restart. 10 metres out from their own line. Ball goes on to Kane Bonham, and Bonham gets the ball, and he's approaching his own 20, about 18 metres out centre field. Nick Lawrence with the ball. Dummy half. Short pass on there to Lewis Hughes, I think, who's back on the field. And he makes a good 5-6 metres. Runs straight into one of the Batham boys. Ball goes from Lawrence. Gets the ball on to Cal Nugent. Does a 360 there. He's tackled 32 metres out from his own line. Turning into a really good game. Here's Jordan Mitchell. Hasn't he been a powerhouse in this game so far? 5 shy of halfway. Every time he touches the ball, he takes about 3 defenders with him. Just shy of halfway. They came down this short side. Tyler Carter gets some speed up early. He runs into Ian Batham and gone a body. 5 metres out, and he's lost it in the tackle. Good tackle from Ian Batham, and Appo got a body. 5 metres in on the Denman side of halfway.
Yeah, really good defensive effort there. Tyler Carter hitting in behind the ruck there is where he loves to run that footy, and you've got to be up for the challenge. I've been really impressed with the Batham boys. They haven't shirked away from the challenge of getting at Carter and Jesse Cronin and stuff, and it's been a really good match-up between the middle third.
Foxy, they've been outstanding all year.
Yeah, they're massive additions to the Denman side.
Ian has only played 2 games. Josh Miles, he's called Josh Miles out here before they want to restart, so I don't know what's going on here.
This game's gone for 6 hours.
He's called over one of the Batham boys. I don't know what's going on. I didn't know Dave Wendell could speak Welsh.
I'll let you make the call on that, because if I play again, I want Dave to be critical.
It's you and Batham. If you and Batham, I mean, seriously, what's going on? This is on a report from Harrison, the touch judge. So I don't know what's happened here, but nevertheless, Dave's given someone a bit of a speaking to, and they will play the ball in the restart. Now, Josh Miles has gone over there. He's got a couple of boys together, and he's laid down the law there, Josh. They just need to build some pressure. They've got a good turnover here in good field position. What can they do? Dan James is on for James Olds. That dummy half. Ball goes to Ewan Batham. He gets over halfway. Every time he touches the ball, 10 metres, he makes instantly. Here's Jordan Bull. On the boil, one off the ruck. He gets 32 metres out centre field. Can they get through here? Ball goes on to Ewan Batham again. Second run in this set. He takes 3 or 4 defenders with him. He gets 20 metres out centre field. Dan James at dummy half. They got options left and right. Goes left onto Josh Miles. Miles goes himself, holds it up as if he was going to pass it. No one fell for it. It's the last tackle. 15 out from the Greta Branxton line. A repeat set here would be gold. Ball goes out to Ethan Fowles. Little kick through. Dribbles it through, but well done by Zach Leonard. Is that Zach Leonard, Foxy?
Yep, he swooped on that ball.
A metre out from his own line. Great stuff from Zach Leonard. Ball goes out to Kane Bonham, I think that is. And he's taken the ball out, 10 metres out from his own line. They got away with that, the Greta Branxton boys.
Yeah, really good stuff by Zach Leonard there. No worries for his body at all there, especially after already picking up an injury, and saved the day.
Trying to work it out. Here's Oliver Spruce, and Spruce runs into a brick wall there. Who was that?
Great shot by Jacob.
Suka Navala. Great tackle from Jacob. Ball goes on to Jesse Cronin. Cronin runs hard. Him and Tyler Carter. Geez, their leg speed's unreal. They only need 2 or 3 metres to get to full speed.
Here he goes, the live wire.
Here's the kick down to Freddie. Freddie gets the ball, charges at the line. He makes halfway already. He unloads to Dan James, and Dan James goes forward. And he gets to the Greta Branxton 40. Pressure on the Greta Branxton Colts here. Can they maintain this defence? Who's at dummy half? Josh Miles. Picks it up, goes nowhere. Couple of metres at best. Dan James at dummy half again. On to Mallinson. Short pass on to Ian Batham. He gets inside the 30. 25 metres out. Centre field. Dan James at dummy half again. Long pass out the back to Mallinson. I'd like to see Toby run himself. Short pass on to Got a Body. Beats one. He's still going. He's tackled 10 metres out. 15 in from touch from the Greta Branxton line. Here's Fowles. Fowles goes himself. Short pass from from Mallison onto Jacob Sukanavulu, and he's in the corner.
Much better footy.
Great pass from Toby Mallison, short one indeed. Great hands from Jacob Suka.
That's great footy there from a halfback. They're just, right, you boys weathered the storm and you managed to get Gonna Body down and just doubling up on the play on the edge and making them work overtime. And they didn't have the numbers there to shut down. And Sukanavalo ran a great line there in the centre hole. And Toby Mallison did the perfect ball there and hit him on the chest.
Great stuff. It's 14 points to 10.
Game on.
Kick to come, 17.5 minutes to go here at Greta Branxton Oval. The wind's completely died down.
It's actually a nice night.
Beautiful
it's not too
night.
cold.
Beautiful night.
Cracking game of footy here, and Mallison will have a shot at goal from the sideline here to bring it to a 2-point margin. But
well, yeah, James Olds off. He's a usual goal kicker. Let's see what Toby can do with this left foot. The Matt Burton of Group 21.
He'll put it over the fence, that's for sure. You backing him in, Benko?
No, I'm not backing this
Good
at all.
side for a left footer here.
And look, I have seen him kick. He kicked one goal here earlier in the season and it went sideways. It was very similar to something that I'd pull out of the bag.
Your hamstring would be off the bone if you tried to kick a footy right now.
Something to be off the bone, put it that way.
I'm backing him in here.
No.
Big boot, aim at the left stick, faded in.
Here he is, a metre in from touch, 25 out. He strikes it. That's over!
Yep.
That's over. Can you believe it?
That's why I'm a goal kicker and you're not, mate.
Well done, Tobes.
He's happy with himself there. Gives a little thumbs up to us here in the commentary box. And 2-point ball game here with 16.5 minutes to go. And just looking at the Greta body language here, just slow, cruising up. And Denman with a bit of a spring in the step. And I have to put it down to Dan James coming on the field and creating a little bit of energy through the ruck area. And Freddie, he's been instrumental for him.
You've nailed it, Foxy. You've hit the nail on the head. Dan James from dummy half, he's just created that speed around the ruck. He's lifted the tempo of the whole game. And Denman have got on board. They just need, right now, they need to get the set of 6, finish it down even with a kick down into a corner, not give a dumb turnover away. And I use the word dumb very regularly when I'm commentating on the teams, but because some players should know better, and that's all teams in Group 21. Here's the restart. Goes down to Josh Miles. Josh Miles gives it one of the bad man boys, and he runs forward. I say bad man.
I like that, the bad man boys.
It's the bad man boys. That was Ewan. Ball goes on to Jordan Bull, and Jordan Bull gets the ball, and he gets it out to his own 30, centre field. That's the second. Has that line speed from Greta slowed down a bit,
it has.
Foxy? Here's Jay Kennedy.
A bit of ascendancy,
JK gets up to the 40, out from his own line, about 20 in from touch. Dan James at dummy half and short pass onto Bull, onto Mallison, turns it under for Appo Gonabody, beats one. He nearly always beats one. He just needs to, that leg speed of Appo is sensational. Up over the halfway. Here's Ethan Fowles. Ethan Fowles gets a ball. Beats one, beats two. He gets 25 metres out, and it was at a 2-man strip. No, it was a loose carry, Dave Windle's called, and it's knocked forward. So that's a turnover against the Denman boys. I like the look of that.
Yeah, just really starting to exploit Greta through the middle there, and it's probably something they haven't done all game, and it's really on the back of those two. You touched on the Badman boys. They've laying great foundations and really starting to find their inroads into the Greta defence for the first time this game. And, well, I tell you what, Denman's starting to get a bit of momentum.
This set of 6 is crucial, but Foxy, they need a good set of defensive 6 here by the Denman boys. Don't slacken off. That's the thing. Greta needed that turnover badly. They got it, so they've swung it wide early from the scrum base onto Billy Mitchell. He is dead set dangerous when he gets the ball, Billy Mitchell. And he's tackled there by Appo and Samson O'Neill. 35 metres out, nearly 10 metres in from touch. Ball goes out there to, who's that, Ruben Andrews. Ruben Andrews
taking a hit
goes forward himself, and he's tackled there by Jordan Bull. 8 metres shy of halfway. Ball goes Nick Lawrence out there to Tyler Carter. Beats one, beats two. He still unloads in traffic onto Ruben Andrews. Over there to Cal Nugent, and Nugent trying to unload it. He's tackled 35 metres out, centre field from the Denman line. Good run there from Tyler Carter. Here's Jordan Mitchell. Comes into Appo Gonabody, and he bends him backwards. 28 metres out, centre field from the Denman line. Ruben Andrews down this short left onto Billy Mitchell. Good tackle around the legs from Jacob Suka. It's the last. They've only got to hang on for one more. Here's Zach Leonard. Big bomb. Crossfield bomb. Who's on it? Kane Bonham jumps up. He takes it. No. He drops it in play and it's gone over the sideline. Let off from the Denman Devils there. Foxy.
I tell you what, gone a body, just caught a body. That was a massive hit. And that's the first time I've seen Geordie Mitchell being stopped all day, and he didn't just stop him, he flattened him.
He turned him backwards. Bent him over backwards.
It was
Good
like
tackle
he
from
folded him
Mappo.
like a pretzel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let off the hook there, though, and Denman, they need that energy to come back into here, and Freddie's going to bring it out.
Hang on to the ball, Freddie. Gone under a high tackle. Dave said shoulder. Someone's gone down out here. So Tyler Carter's gone down here, and the game has stopped. We've got 12.5 minutes to go. 14 points to 12 in favour of the Greta Branxton Colts. There was no one near him.
Yeah, it was on the back of that last run he had last set. He went down after he offloaded there, holding his ankle. I wouldn't be surprised here if the NRL physio call it as a syndesmosis. He'll be out for 3 to 4 weeks here, mate.
What do you know a bit about Dr. Physio, do you?
Yeah. I'm getting to the age where everything I do results in injury.
Syndesmosis. So. You've pulled that out of your proverbial. Syndesmosis. There you go. We've called Foxy. Foxy is now a physiotherapist. It's not good. He might have hurt his lower back. Lower back or?
Lower leg, I believe, is the call.
Oh, look at something.
A bit of magic water here at Greta.
He's good now. Tyler Carter is up. So the restart will happen now. Dave Windle needed another spell. They should test him out though, Denman. They're playing right into Dave Windle's hands here. As many breaks as possible. Restart. They need it here. Jordan Bull goes across field, gives it onto the bad man. One of the bad men beats two, shrugs him off like paper. On the gap. Got a body. Has he got the speed? He gets to the 30. They drag him down. A good play the ball here. 25 metres out from the Greta Branxton line. 12 in from touch. Samson O'Neill. Long pass to Fowles. Fowles gives the ball to Bull. Short pass on to Iron Badham. And he's tackled 8 metres out from the Greta Branxton line. Dan James, a dummy half. Directly in front of the post, out the back to Fowles. Fowles jinks off his left, shrugs off another, goes sideways. He's looking for support. No one there, and he takes the tackle. Still 9 metres out from the Greta Branxton line. Ball comes out to Jordan Bull. Bull shows it one way. He goes himself. It's the last tackle.
Yeah, Tyler, he's called time off here. Tyler Carter's gone down with that syndesmosis in back play.
Yeah, that's no good. Syndesmosis.
Again, that's unfortunate for Denman. That's twice they've made massive inroads into the Greta line, and it's been stoppage of play for an injury. And
is it fair to say? Is it fair to say if it's not a head injury we play on? I'm just asking. Yeah. I don't know the rules. I know.
If I'm Denman, 100% yes. And I know how I'd be on the other side.
It's clear cut. 100%, it's a leg injury of some sort.
Considering he's walking off the field, 100%.
Yeah, I didn't know they could stop play unless it was a suspected head injury.
I think the ref's discretion has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, and that's their get out of jail. That's their get out of jail card, referees. It's discretion. I've had a gutful of hearing that.
Yeah, number one word in the vocab of a referee.
Yeah, and they do it all. They do it every game. Here's the restart. We're just waiting for Tyler. That's a big gap he's left out in the field there. I don't know who's come on.
Just noticed also.
Yeah, that's Lasui. Yeah. Lasui's coming on that left-hand side. Here's the ball, the restart. Mallison, short pass to Gonna Body. Hang on to a Dapo. He's 5 metres out. Last tackle now. Can they force a repeat set of 6? James Olds back on the field. Gets it out the back to Jordan Bull. Long pass on to... that was an ordinary kick from Josh Miles. They tried to put some pressure on. He kicked it forward and went straight into the waiting arms of Josh Lasui. He gets it on to Brady Hammond now, and Hammond charges out from his own line. He gets to his own 20. In fact, he's over it. No pressure there. They had him at 6s and 7s, I reckon, Denman then, Foxy.
Yep, very relieving kick there for Greta, straight into their hands.
Ball's at their own 30 now. Ball goes on to Jordan Mitchell. He runs into a wall of Denman players. They put him down, one of the Badham boys. I think that's Iron. Out the back, Nick Lawrence. They're going to get it out of here. And that
for a 40-20.
Yes. Who's under it? Freddie's under it. He takes it well. 20 out from his own line. Come infield, son. Beats 1. Beats 2. He's dancing around, but they come at him like a swarm of bees. 30 out, nearly 30 out from his own line. Ball comes on to Dan Smith. Dan Smith goes sideways, but he straightens up into the arms of a couple of Greta Branxton defenders. He's 35 out from his own line, centre field. Sorry, Foxy.
10 minutes to go here, 2-point fixture. I think the next team that drops the footy is really going to let up the game here.
And Samson O'Neill went in with off the dummy half roll there, and I think he may have fell awkwardly. He's up on his on his knees, but he
syndesmosis again.
He's 5 shy of halfway. It's a time out of game. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game. It's been a very, very good game, full of action.
Jimmy Ald's back on the field for DJ. I don't know if
I would have done that. I would have left Dan James on the field. He's just
100%
like you said. He spooed around the ruck. Was really worrying the Greta Branxton boys, the big boppers there. The last thing they want to be doing is chasing a little man who can actually fire.
Samson looks like he'll succumb to this injury here, and that man Dan
James will probably come on that wing again. Yeah.
That could be just the spark. He's been really good.
Is that him on the wing? I don't know if that's him. Is that him?
Dan James.
I think it is over there with the card. Yep. I hope Samson's okay. It looks like a lower leg injury. It's not syndesmosis.
Wouldn't mind seeing Fowles get his hands on the football a little bit more too. He's been quite dangerous a few times there. He has a very strong upper body. Looks to shrug 1 or 2 off nearly every time, and he's almost cut Greta to shreds through the middle a few times here. I think they with Mallison or Miles, try and look to bring him into the play a little bit more in this last 10 minutes. Yeah,
here we go. Left and right. Restart. 5 shy of halfway, the Denman boys. Play the ball. Here we go. Short pass to Jordan Bull. Jordan Bull goes into the defensive line. He's tackled right on the halfway line. Nick Lawrence there. They put him to ground. Turn him around, in fact. Holds at dummy half. Goes down that left side onto Ewan Badham. He gets tackled by 3 or 4 players on the Greta Branxton 40, and he's lost it. He's lost the ball in the tackle. Jordan Mitchell turned around and appealed. He knew it was a lost and a loose carry. So there's a turnover against the Denman boys. 8.5 minutes to go. It's 14 points to 12 here in favour of the home team, Greta Branxton Colts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Ewan Badham. He's easily been Denman's best there, and unfortunately just trying to shrug his way to find his front there. The ball's come loose, and again, right on that time where we're saying that Denman's looking like they're getting ascendancy, they just find a way to allow Greta to get off the hook.
And that's been the case all year, Foxy. They've just, if they can just maintain some possession and get a couple of repeat sets, they've certainly got the weaponry to do some major damage to the opposition. Out of the scrum base goes Lawrence onto Kane Bonham, who's tackled centre field right on the halfway line. Here's Lawrence at dummy half again onto Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell comes out to James Olds, and he's tackled on the 40. They're making 10 metres every play the ball. Lawrence at dummy half again onto captain coach Brady Hammond, and Hammond charges into the defence. Bull's there along with one of the Badham boys. That's Iron. Lawrence at dummy half, 32 out, centre field. He goes across field, gets it onto Cagney, and Cagney gets the ball, and Cagney gets to the 20. That's the 4th, I feel. Lawrence at dummy half. He's got plenty of options. Players left and right. They came down that right-hand side. Ball goes out to Joshua Lusua. Picked up by Freddie. He's tackled there. Good clean-up by Freddie there. And they appeal for a high tackle there. Barry Nichols doesn't want anything to do with it. Or has he? Dave Windle has stopped the play. I think Barry must have said something. Is Freddie appealing for a crusher tackle?
Yeah, and Barry
and Dave Windle is
and
Dave Windle has listened to Barry there on that occasion, and penalty. Toby Mallison finds touch.
Could be a little get out that Denman need here. Like he's touched on, 14 points to 12, 2-point ball game. It's been a cracking game here, and we're into the final 8 minutes of footy here, and Denman just, whether it's DJ or something like that, but they just need a bit of energy here, and this game's definitely theirs for the taking.
And the crowd's not in a hurry to get that ball back.
Someone's put it in the gym bag and taken it home.
Yeah, I think one of the spectators kicked it into the canteen to slow the play down. Here's Daniel Smith with the tap restart. Goes forward. Good run from Smithy. 35 metres out from his own line. 20 in from touch. Dummy half goes on to Bull. Bull gets the ball. Oh, who was that? Number 17
the man,
for Denman. Tommy Mann has come on. Hit him straight square back into the shoulder blades. He had to reach back to collect the ball.
Tommy. Oh, well. He's not well, the poor fella.
But I don't know if that's great by the Greta Branxton crowd. Really bagging the bloke because he had to fall down. He had his back turned because he had to turn his back to catch the ball. And he was well hit by Jordan Mitchell, but it was square into the back of the shoulder blades. It clearly belted him in a legitimate tackle.
Yep. Yeah,
it was
legitimate tackle, but
was it necessary by the Greta Branxton crowd to yell out because a guy dropped down?
Yeah, 100%, because they're the blokes that have taken the easy option to sink tins on the hill instead of playing football. So it's easy for them to do that. But yeah, nonetheless, let's cheer on a bloke that just got hit in the back. Good on him. Anyway,
I don't know if Tommy will come back from this. They'll be looking for another sub, and whether they class it as a head. Can they class that as a head injury?
Well, they do any injury in the NRL, so why can't we here?
Yeah, good point.
It's definitely not syndesmosis, though. I can tell you that.
No, and the clock stopped at 7 minutes and 17 seconds. It's 14 points to 12 here in favour of Greta Branxton. Certainly going to go down to the wire this, and this restart here when they get Tommy back.
The wire will be at about 6 a.m. in the morning at the moment.
Yep.
It's been a long game, a lot of stoppages.
It feels like an NFL game.
Unfortunate for Tommy Mann, he had a cracking game in reserve grade. And
he did.
He's the sort of clubman that everyone needs. He'll back up and do whatever job's asked of him, and he's done exactly that. Come on the field here.
And this season, Foxy, he's come back from a really severe leg injury. To his credit, young Tommy. I know he didn't play at all last year. It took him nearly 12 months to get over that leg injury, and it's great to see him back on the field, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. He's sitting up now with the capable hands there of Joshy Day, probably the best trainer in the area.
Oh, there's no question there. And Jackson Ball.
Yep.
Jackson Ball is, he's not, two great guys.
Yeah.
Two great guys.
Absolutely. So good signs here as he gets up on his feet. I dare say he'll come from the field.
Yeah,
here.
there's no sense putting.
Interesting to see.
There's no sense leaving him out there. I don't know. One of the Batham boys is on the sideline waiting to get back on. Maybe that's the option.
Yep.
You can't leave Tommy back on there, surely.
I think in the significance of the game here, if you can get Ewan Batham back on the field the last 7 minutes, he's been their best player. You absolutely need it.
Jackson's called it, so Jackson's gone. What's Daniel Smith going off to, Foxy?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there.
There's some leg speed there. There's Dan James there somewhere.
Daniel Smith maybe picked up a HIA or something, and Shep's not allowing him to stay on the field, which is 100% totally agree with that, and really good from the trainers if that's the case. But
I think there's 11 players on, and one of the Batham boys has come back on, so we need another one on there.
They might be out of interchanges, Benko.
Maybe, but surely Tommy Mann's is a head injury. Are they going to finish this game with 12, the last 7 minutes with 12 players?
Great run.
Oh, is that the Batham boy?
Yeah.
How good are these two? How good are the Welsh boys?
Oh, you'd have another 3 or 4 of them.
Well, we know they can sing.
Is there any more of them?
Josh Langer's just put in an all-points bulletin to everyone in Wales to come over and play tonight before June the 30th. Here's Ewan Batham, charges into the line, 30 metres out. It's the last tackle. Can they get a repeat set? Ball goes to that left-hand side. Josh Miles puts a chip over the top. It's going to bounce. Are they going to get a favourable bounce, or it's gone over the dead ball? Too long.
Not the option there. It was a attempted chip that was neither short, but yeah, I think they probably needed to put it to the sky there and get numbers around and test that.
You know what I would have done? I would have Josh Miles, even if he faked it and give a short pass to Ethan Fowles, who's been dynamic all night. Here's the restart from the 20-metre line. Gets it on to Jordan Mitchell and from Nick Lawrence, and he gets out 29 metres out, centre field. What do we got? 6 minutes to go in this game. It's 14 points to 12. It's a humdinger of a game. Greta Branxton, 40 metres out from their own line, centre field. Ball goes to Hammond, the captain coach. Shrugs off one. He gets to another, and Ian Batham tackles him, but he's at halfway. Short pass on to Jesse Cronin. He's full of running. Jesse Cronin makes a great 15 metres centre field. Someone's down injured. Josh Miles for Denman. He's stopped the clock. Dave Windle has stopped the clock. No, it's not Josh Miles. It's Jordan Bull. Jordan Bull's down, and he doesn't look great. He certainly doesn't look great.
I think Dave's being paid by the hour here tonight.
He's on overtime.
This game's gone a long time.
Before we go, we're going to have to find the muff off my microphone.
There's been plenty of muff coming from the mouth, so...
Seriously, I've lost it. I've lost it again.
Some of your best work here tonight, Benko.
Sorry, listeners. Here's the restart, centre field. Greta Branxton in a great field position here. They've got options left and right. My guess is they're going to come down this left-hand side to captain coach Brady Hammond.
So you know where it's going to go then?
No chance.
To the right
again. Ball goes out to Jordan Mitchell. Short one off the ruck pass. He makes a good 5 metres. Pressure right on the Denman boys. They need a turnover badly. Lawrence jumps out of dummy half onto Ruben Andrews. Ruben Andrews out the back to Zach Leonard. Long pass over to Spruce. Spruce swinging a beat and he dives into the corner to score. No, he's called a forward pass. I watched the play.
Wow.
Dave Windle's called a forward pass back on the 15-metre line, and Barry Nichols on the far side has called it.
I think Barry Nichols has called that from the far side.
He has.
100%.
He hasn't moved. Barry has not moved from the sideline 75 metres away.
Because young Harrison was running
followed
down.
the play.
Harrison
was ready to stand in goal and award a try, but off the hook there. That would have sealed it for sure with 5 minutes exactly to go on the clock. Here's one of the Batten boys. Charges through off the restart. That's Iron. Tackled by Captain Coach Brady Hammond. Dan James is back on. Oh, he's lost it. No.
It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Iron. Really, just a silly mistake. But nevertheless, that might be it right there and then.
Body language not great there.
Greta Branxton with a turnover. 20, what are we? Are they in the 20? No, 25 metres out from the Denman line, centre field. They will come at the Denman defensive line here, all guns blazing here.
I think this set could decide the game. Either
right
Denman
side,
hold him out or
Lawrence onto Cagney. Cagney onto Tautai. He beats one, he comes to another, and he's tackled. Great tackle around the legs from Ewan Badham. 20 metres out. They come on this side, the left side, that is. Brady Hammond with the ball. Charges in the defensive line. Dan James is there as well as Ian Badham. 10 metres out, centre field, straight in front of the uprights. Lawrence at dummy half. Short pass on to Jordan Mitchell. Steps off his right. Little men to beat there. He comes. He's only got to fall over the line. Has he scored? No.
Good tackle by James Olds there.
Held him up. He's only millimetres out. Nick Lawrence at dummy half. Jumps out. Long ball to Ruben Andrews. Equally long pass out to Cagney. Cagney steps off his right. Goes towards the line. He's a couple of metres shy. Good tackle around the legs there by...
Numbers right.
Options right. Long pass out the back to Ruben Andrews. Out the back to Zach Leonard. Tries a little chip forward. And it goes off someone's feet, a Denman player's feet. And they fall on it. They're off the hook there, Denman. What do we got? 3.5 minutes to go. It's 14 points to 12 in front of Greta Branxton. Freddie, the winger, he's proved dangerous all night. He comes under a high tackle. What's he going to do? Is he going to pull it? No. He says, play on, Dave Windle. Gets up and plays the ball. On to Jacob Suka. Suka beats one. He comes to a wall of Greta Branxton players. He's tackled on his own 20. 20 in from touch. Miles at dummy half. There's no runners there. James Olds get the ball. The little man, the hooker. He comes back to the left-hand side of the field. Makes maybe 10 metres. He's gone across field button. He's easy meat for the Greta Branxton defence. Ball comes out to Dan James, onto Miles. He turns it back into Jordan Ball. He's still on the field. He unloads it in traffic to Toby Mallinson. What's Mallinson going to do? Run the ball, son. He gets it out to that left-hand side. They've made some breaks. Here's Freddie! Freddie's in the clear! He gets to the 30! He comes to Zach Leonard. Great tackle from the fullback. Try saver. 28 metres out. Quick play, the ball needed. Gets it onto Miles, onto Mallinson. Mallinson puts a long, high kick up. Jacob Sukanavulu gets to get up, but who's that? Is that Oliver Spruce? Saves the day for the Greta Branxton Colts. We've got 2 minutes to go, 14 points to 12. I don't know if that was the best option from Toby. It nearly worked, but Oliver Spruce, to his credit, great effort from Spruce to defuse that bomb. And now they've given a penalty away in a tackle there. I think it went against Suka.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That's not the option from Mallinson there. They made a massive break down that left edge. They just had to let the ball sing, get it through the hands.
How much of a weapon is Freddie Joji?
Dave Windle's called time off with 1:38 left on the clock here.
Don't they need an error here, the Denman boys?
Absolutely, they need to force something, and it's got to be, whether that's Captain Courageous and Joshy Miles going up and trying to look for a one-on-one strip or a hit or something, but they need something here. James
Old is a one-on-one specialist.
This is where they missed the likes of Liam Boney, former one-on-one specialist himself. But, yeah.
So that was Billy Mitchell who's gone down in that tackle.
Yeah, called a penalty too.
I didn't search, so I think it went against Jacob Suka.
Called the second effort.
Nevertheless, that's a really good piggyback penalty, especially with 1.5 minutes. They'll be doing their best to maintain possession here and not give something silly away, but they'll just keep it tight, go forward, run down the clock. minute and a half to go, 14 points to 12 in favour of Greta. It's been a great game, Foxy.
Cracking game of football here, and really everyone that's turned up to watch the football today has been treated to an absolute spectacle here. And yeah, really unfortunate there's a penalty here with a minute and a half that really should see Greta get home.
You know, I've got to give Nick Lawrence a rap. I thought he was outstanding in the grand final last year, but he's been sensational at hooker there. I always thought Lewis Hughes is a back rower, and that's where they're playing him. But Nick Lawrence is he's just on top of everything, isn't he? Yeah.
Just allows those forwards to look even better. Like just engaging those markers and getting them in behind the ruck.
Here's the restart. It goes to Cal Nugent. He's 25 metres out from his own line, 15 in from touch. Nick Lawrence at dummy half. Ball goes to Jordan Mitchell. Hasn't he had a game, the big fella from Greta Branxton, the big front rower? He has been everywhere today, first receiver. Lawrence goes from dummy half, looks to give it, but he's tackled a metre shy of halfway. Dummy half is Ruben Andrews. On to Jesse Cronin. Cronin charges at the defensive line of Denman, gets up over halfway. He's 40 out centre field from the Denman line. There's 2 to go, I believe.
Not happy here. Not the time to be
mucking around there. Just play the ball. Ruben Andrews, long pass. He dummies, gives it to Cal Nugent. He's tackled. Gone a body and Mallison tackles. It's the last. What do we got? 30 seconds. They need a miracle. Nick Lawrence, long cross the field. Bomb goes across. Who's up for it? Kane Bonham. He's trying to unload it. He's trying to wind down this clock. There's 25 seconds to go. They need a handover and a dead set miracle. Ball goes to Ethan Fowles from dummy half. He takes off. Beats one. He gets to the 40. Unloads to Freddie. If anyone can boot a tackle, it's him. But he's tackled beautifully there. 40, 10 shy of halfway. There's 10 seconds to go. What can they do? Long ball out the back to Mallison. Massive long pass over to James Olds. Olds on to Gonabody. Gonabody comes to the sideline. It's 6 to go. Olds has got the ball, but there's an all over there. 30 in centre field. The Batten boys are in there. Who else is in there? Jesse Cronin. Jordan Bull is down.
Oh, wow, Lewis Hughes, a Superman punch. Him and Jay Kennedy.
That was Lewis Hughes. Lewis Hughes came over the top like it was World Championship Wrestling.
There's a player down for Denman, and he's not in a good way here.
That's Jordan, I'm sure. Is that Jordan Bull? No, it's not. Someone is down.
I believe the starting of that was Ian Badham and Jesse Cronin. They were starting to go at it earlier. And it's absolutely erupted here as we'll call in the play live.
In the meantime, it's full time. It's 14 points to 12. That was Toby Mallinson on the ground there.
Yeah, late hit on Toby Mallison after he's thrown that ball. It's a late hit, and they've absolutely erupted over it.
Yeah, that's it. They've retaliated. Let's see what happens here. This is unbelievable.
There was hands going everywhere. I can tell you that. There wasn't many.
Did you see Lewis Hughes come over? He come off the top rope.
Lewis Hughes has dead set been watching WWE and come in with the old Roman Reigns there and thrown a Superman punch and then backdoored it out.
There's a full-time siren. They're shaking hands. The crowd's happy, but let's see what comes out of this. Because nothing happened in the first 5 minutes of play. So let's see what happens here. Dave Windle is sending all the players back out of the road. He needs a good report here from his touch. He needs to rely on his touch judges here. Yeah. Barry Nichols looks very calm. Harrison Ty is giving a report here now. You know what? I reckon Dave will just say, "I've had a gutful. Let's just call it full time." He's not going to put up with anything. He'll blow the whistle here, call it full time, and everyone just get on with it and go home.
Yep. I tell you what, I am keen to watch the footage back, as I'm sure the officials will be doing. And there's been a few little stinks here today. There'll be a lot coming out of it.
Unbelievable. It's a big result for Greta Branxton, this win, 14 points to 12, because they've got a couple of games in hand.
Starting though, all I heard was you yell at me, and then I've gone.
There's still a report. The full-time siren's gone. It's 14 points to 12 in favour of Greta. What do you reckon the conversation will be? Dave will be saying, do I just call it? Let's just blow the whistle, get out of this place?
Ultimately, yes, but the players...
What can the group do about it?
The penalties happen when plays are live. The late hit spin. If they call a penalty here, do Denman get a tap and a chance at a shot at coming away with a freaky try after the siren here? And
yeah, but who retaliated first? They're calling a Denman player. I think it's one of the Batten boys.
Yeah.
It's Ian.
Yep.
Ian Batten. But you know what? Regardless of what happens, what are we going to do looking at the back play? What are we going to say and do? What are we going to do about the back play? You know, the little flare-ups in the back play. I want to call them flare-up because I'm going to try and play it down, but they were far from flare-ups.
Well,
he's
Badham's
sent off. Iron Badham is sent off.
He's called him to the sheds.
He's called someone to the shed. He's not going to be happy about it, Iron.
He's blowing kisses.
Yep.
He's blowing the Welsh kiss.
Jackson Balls ran after him to try and calm him down. Just get him to the dressing sheds, forget about it, give him a cold drink of water. No, you can't stand there. You've got to go to the sheds, for goodness sake.
I think the precedent was set, though, when that first stink happened in the first half, that no one was sent. So these guys are more than willing to throw hands again, thinking that nothing's going to happen.
And he sent his brother off. The two Badham boys have been sent off from the field.
They are bad men, those Badham boys.
What? So what do we do now?
Well, I think Lewis Hughes has to be sent. That's first and foremost.
Well, the third man in earlier didn't cop anything. So that's Jordan Mitchell, who's coming now. What's he going to do? It's a turn up for the books here. Dave Windle, there's pressure on Dave Windle here with Barry Nichols and Harrison Ty as touch judges.
I think you'll find Denman will get a penalty out of this nonetheless and have a shot at a play. And
yeah, but they might be. There's still two players down.
It'll be 6 on 6, which might suit some of these Welsh boys.
It's drop off.
I know they've played a lot.
Did he send him off?
Yeah, they've played a lot.
So he sent Jordan Mitchell off.
Lewis Hughes has to go. And I know Lewis...
Maybe they didn't see Lewis come in. No, they haven't. I mean,
how can they not? He jumped 3 metres above the pack and threw a punch.
Unbelievable.
I tell you what.
I'm not sure how this works, but the penalty's gone to Denman, and that is a monstrous kick.
That is a great.
That is a monster. Barry Nichols is still 40 metres from it, so he probably didn't even know where the ball went out.
Dave Windle beat Barry Nichols to the play there, so that's saying something.
So they're inside, 40 metres out. It's the last play.
Look at James,
what are they going to do? The bomb will go up. There's got to be a bomb up. It's 12 players against 11. Both Badham boys have been sent off. And so has Jordan Mitchell. Here it is, Toby Mallinson. Bomb! It's straight up. He's got plenty of time under it. Josh Cagney almost to ground. He's thrown it backwards. Jacob Sukanavulu. Josh Miles has got the ball. There's no one there. He throws a speculator to the halfway line. The bomb's going to go up again. Toby Mallinson's passing the ball. He gives it to Freddie. 30 metres out. He's fallen down. He's got back up. Josh Miles with the ball. Should be 6 to go, but that's it.
That'll do us.
It went to ground. Greta Branxton have run out winners, 14 points to 12. There was unbelievable play here.
Jesse Crone in the last to Josh Miles here.
The last couple of minutes of this game has been sensational. And I don't think, Foxy, this is the last we'll hear about this game.
No, there'll be a lot to come out of this, and I tell you...
We'll put it this way. I'm going to challenge the group or Country Rugby League to look at the game.
100%.
I'm not going to pull any punches.
As much as
both sides. I'm going to challenge Country Rugby League to look at the game and look at the shots that were not ruled on.
Yeah, and you said you're not going to pull any punches. You'd be the only one here that hasn't tonight, because there's been a lot of punches thrown, and I 100% agree with you. Something needs to be done here, and a precedent needs to be sent. As much as the crowd loves it,
so Nick Harvey, even now, Nick Harvey is talking to Jesse Cronin. They're still having some words. I think Josh Miles just wants them to play on. Let's get into the showers, have a cold shower, and we'll see you in round 3. Won't that be a howler out at Denman Oval?
Yeah, well, 100% it will be the return against these two sides. And I guess that's the talking point. Nonetheless, been an absolutely outstanding game of football from both teams here. And
yeah, just Foxy, I just want to go back. You touched on something extremely important. The first flare-up, 5 minutes into the game, nothing was done.
Yep.
Nothing was done, and I thought, and I believe that was a pass.
Yep.
A pass for all the players to say, well, nothing's going to be done. Nevertheless, 14 points to 12 here in favour of Greta Branxton. What a game we have had here down the highway at a beautiful Greta Branxton Oval. I must say, full marks to Cessnock City Council and all the volunteers that have obviously got behind this from the Greta Branxton Rugby League Club. Good win and a fantastic game of football. Marred in the end by some flare-ups there and some all-in brawls that probably didn't need to happen, but we won't hear the last of that. So a good win to the Greta Branxton Colts, and they have moved into second spot on the ladder with a couple of games in hand. Foxy, just wrap it up.
Yeah, great game of footy here. Absolutely a lot to come out of the back end of this, and there'll be a lot of suspensions, I think, to come from the footage and the group. So Mart, like you said, Mart, a good game of footy here, but nonetheless, Greta too strong.
Yep, thank you very much, and we'll catch you next week on Footy Fever.
Keep that video rolling, Ash. Oh, my back is gone.